Alright, hello gamers, welcome back to the show. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed, yet still humble host, Mukluk, and today we are back in the wonderful world of Guild Wars 2, which is Tyria, by the way. Did you know that? Hello there. Welcome back, one and all. Just doing... Wait, what button was set up here? Oh, I think I usually have Protect Me in Open World, that's what it was. Last week of daily strikes. Yeah, strikes are soon gonna be a weekly thing. That is correct. Their rewards are going up, but you're only going to be able to get them once a week instead of once a day going forward. Is the new raid encounter coming with CM today, or will CM come later? Is the new raid encounter today? Whichever the case, the CM is going to be weeks later than the release of the new raid encounter. They have said that multiple times. How's your health this week, Muck? What's up, Laura? Kind of no major changes in the last few days. The damage is still not completely gone. I can still feel it, but you know, I can talk. So it's just trying not to overdo it, you know? Trying not to overdo it. CM comes 3 weeks later and the encounter is next week, not today, Tabe says. Casually seeing Muck and Mistlock, that's rare. Not that rare. It's probably the zone you're most likely to find me in. But I suppose sometimes I'm on NA and sometimes I'm on EU. Not in EU? Yeah. Hey, Muck and Chat. What's up, Toppy? Say it's patch day. I don't know of anything coming out today. I think that might have just been some confusion. Hang on a sec. Where's the last calendar that they posted? Dude, where did I put that thing? Huh. See. Okay, what's today, the 27th? Yeah, I don't have anything for the 27th. I know February 3rd, which is next Tuesday, is the next quarterly release. And that should line up with, yeah, right here, 7 days remaining on the Wizard's Vault. Yeah, so I don't think there's anything major today, unless they surprise us with like something for the gem store or something like that. Rare sight would be Muck in your homestead, because then you have to figure out how he got there. I mean, technically correct? I once casually saw Muck in the JP chest in Baba Nisos, but he ignored me because he was I was playing the blue class. No, I probably ignored you because the character that I log into by that chest, I log in open chest and log out. Like, the whole process is like 5 seconds. Will there be class balances and changes on February 3rd, or is that just raid changes? None I currently know of. They could add more. It's possible they add more. None I currently know of. Let's see. Second wind. Okay. Hola, Muck. What's up, Pip? How you doing? Did y'all get snow? Kind of. I've said this before, where I live is really humid, so if the air gets down to freezing temperatures, we start getting a sheet of ice on everything. So, most businesses and schools did close on Monday. And there was a very thin layer of snow, but it wasn't even enough to hide the grass. So there's some patches on the ground right now. But just because of the ice, it was a safer to stay home day. World V World Rush got me 2 gifts of battle. Nice. good to stockpile those when you can. Speaking of World v World, I need to learn how to World v World Druid. Any suggestions besides getting the build for a meta battle? I have not World v World Druided in a long time, so I think it'd be better for someone else to give input there. I would say if you're supporting a group of people, maybe run like Minstrel's gear or something that's like tanky and healy, and don't just abandon damage. Just to try to make it so that you're tougher to kill. But actual, like, like strats and stuff to be pressing during the fight, might have to leave that to a different guide. Trey says, I used my 80 boost on a Guardian, which got me thinking how to progress. Do you do all the stories on one tune, or do you spread them across multiple? Multiple in my case, Trey. So, I'll show you an example. Hang on. Alright, so here's the stories, right? I went through most of these on my Ranger, but when End of Dragons came out, I was hooked on the Mechanist, the new engineer spec. So I did End of Dragons on a mech, and then I was back on my Ranger for Secrets of the Obscure. So End of Dragons, you notice it says like Chapter 0, Chapter 16. I didn't do all that on my Ranger. So you can absolutely bounce around if you want to. Just, finish up one chapter, and then you could hop to a different character if you fancied it. Today's inventory cleaning day. Go through all my alt part tunes and clear out the stacks and stacks of unidentified gear while they all have less than 80 inventory space. It has to be done on occasion. Alright, I think that's it for my guild hall loot. Grab that. And that. Okay, now for the alts, and then I'll be done. I just started Heart of Thorns for the first time. The zone is so cool. Great story so far. I agree. I think Verdant Brink is frustrating to get around in, but I think as far as, like, the theme and stuff, it's amazing. Like, just the fact that, it's like all those airships suspended in the air and impaled and stuff like that. I think it just looks really cool. You're just glad that someone dies there. No, I wasn't thinking about that. I was talking just about geography. Like Verdant Brink, you could go in there not knowing anything about the story and look around, and there's storytelling you can see. Like, there's a lot you could just take in with your eyes there. Whereas Tangled Depths, it's just like bug tunnels. Mike, I just finished the VOE story part, and I have to disagree with you. I thought the story was really lukewarm. Oh, okay, well, we can disagree. That's fine. I did a video, and it was called something like The Visions of Eternity story impressed me. And I talked at length about it there if you're interested in what I liked about it, but yeah, I thought it was pretty good. It was a lot less shallow than some of the other recent releases. Morning, Mucka Chat. Happy Tuesday. Sup, Druid? Tangle Depths is a good representation of the expansion's jungle. Oh yeah, it's very much a labyrinth. But that doesn't make me like it. Mandar, thank you for the prime. Appreciate you. I don't know why I didn't play that. I just wanted to say I appreciate all you do and your commitment to streaming. You are awesome. I know I haven't been as chatty lately, but I've still been lurking most streams. Enjoy all you do. Also, can you please close your freezer? We're cold down here in Texas. Yeah, that's on me. Sorry. What part did TTS hate? I'm not sure. I'm looking at it. I don't see any of the usual suspects. Are alerts paused? No, they're not. I did a test one as I started the stream. Muck, I've been lurking the most mainly, but I found a game that released yesterday you might like. It's called Mr. President on Steam. Mr. President. Do you yoke it down, Mr. President? That Mushroom Queen hero point of TD without mounts or personal waypoints and without map progress was rough. Do you vibe with PvP shooter games? You trying to get me to play Highguard? I will say I usually get bored of those really fast. Like, I played Overwatch for a little while when it came out. I never even tried Marvel Rivals just because I looked at it. I'm like, it's Overwatch. You know, it's slightly different, but it's basically Overwatch. I get it. So it's not my passion. Highguard is aggressive mid. I know Highguard is getting a lot of hate this morning. What I don't know is it from people who actually tried the game and they think it's bad, or is it just the horde of people that were hating on it before it even came out? I'm not sure which.
Hello? Wayfinder?
Like, I don't know if it's actually bad or if it's just the people that were hating on it beforehand. Mug is no rest for the wicked good. I played an early build of it. You can find it on Mukluk Plays if you care. It was fine. It was very challenging. Like, it's got the camera angle of, like, Diablo, but it plays like a Souls game. It is extremely challenging. Surprised that second shot hit. Hey Monk, how has the weather been at your place? I live a bit north of ATL. My front door was frozen shut yesterday, and I couldn't take my dog out to potty until I dealt with that. Hairdryer. There is a very thin layer of snow on the grass. Like, you could still see the grass through it. But we did hit freezing temperatures, so there were some ice patches on the roads, so they did close the schools and stuff on Monday. But they're open today. Good luck to the kids. No Rest for the Wicked now has co-op and there is friendly fire. Oh, great. Love the VOE trumpet every time you swap tunes. Doot, doot, doot. Yeah. Did you throw snowballs at Minimock? No, I told you, you could still see the grass. Like, it would have taken all the snow of our entire lawn pulled together to make, like, a snowball. It was a very small amount. Like, we got a dusting. Stupid dumb question, Muck and chat. For Necro, is there a video setting that doesn't make the green and shroud that bad? I can't see the other screen stuff when in raids and strikes. I don't know of one. I am sorry, I do not know of one. That was one thing that, like, I loved playing Rit, but, like, half the time my screen was green, and I got kind of tired of that. As soon as you saw it just stopped snowing after, like, 3 days of non-stop snowing. I don't know what Geoff saw in this game. Well, hang on a sec. Where is, Did they even ask for, like, a front page thing on Steam? Okay. Hi. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's free. Holy crap. Where's the, how do you get to that chart that shows, like, all the reviews? Oh, gosh. I do this so rarely. Playtime, no minimum. It was 17% at launch.
Get ready in there. We're coming in. Let's race.
This is 3v3, right? So she just killed 2/3 of the enemy team.
Reinforcing a wall.
Let's get this job done.
Some loot here. This one's got some bite.
Okay, so it's a looter shooter. With horses. And mining.
You need some upgrades.
And a shop.
Enjoy.
Storm Druid. Shield breaker forming.
I have the shield breaker.
Dude, you get that big sword, you're not even gonna swing it? I guess it's capture the flag.
This is the fun part.
Keep the group alive. I'll be right back. I want to stand in the fire just so you don't get bored.
Siege tower.
Oh, it summons a thing. So it's like a siege tower. Oh, it's got a battering ram on it. Okay.
Get ready in there.
Hiding in sight.
Okay. So, not gonna lie. Like, especially the siege tower. That looked really cool. Like, none of this looks terrible to me. But a lot of it looks extremely similar to things I've seen a million times before. Let me see. What does it say? I was cautiously optimistic. The game is boring. No NPCs populate the maps. The only engagement with the maps is looting extremely surface level loot. Movement and shooting is fine outside the mounts, which control very well. I feel bad for the devs. The game clearly wasn't designed for or prepared for this level of scrutiny. Everything is blurry and unclear. The map is the size of Latvia, but you only have 3 players, so most of the time is spent running around looking for something to shoot. Latvia. 3v3 is not the right format for this game. The maps in this game are way too big for 3v3. The size would fit better for 5v5 or 6v6. The guns feel nice to shoot, but feel uninspired. Audio is weird because people sound like they're above you when they're actually in front of you and vice versa. Game needs serious work in order to be what it was hyped up to be. After 3 matches, I'm done. Structure of the game is weird. Defensive stage doesn't make any sense when all the relevant walls and doors will be the same every round, can be blown up anyway. In the looting stage, the map is too big and empty considering it's only 3v3, and the only thing in it are red and blue chests and crystals, I guess. Would have made a lot more sense for this to be 10v10 or something. 3v3 feels wrong for such a large area, where either you have to travel in a pack and share your loot, or you're too far away from your team to have any hope of revival. Unfortunately, if you don't like the default game mode, too bad, because that's it. Okay. What are we looking at? I was reading about Highguard, which is what everybody is enjoying bashing on social media for gaming right now. Like, oh my god, it lost 90% of its player base in a single day. Ah. Which, you know, might just mean that they went to sleep, I don't know. Looks pretty, the game looks nice. Let me see. How do I... Similar to Titanfall 2. Yeah, I don't know about that. Hold on. I know there's an option on here somewhere to look at, like, the review history, like with that chart. I'm trying to remember how to do that. Might be too early for the chart. Maybe. It's right above reviews. Maybe it is too early? Hang on. Let me look at a different game. Let me just see. So like reviews, positive. Show graph. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So let me go back to Highguard. Okay, so the show graph button's not there. Okay, so it might just not have generated yet. Okay. Okay, cool. So I wasn't too blind there. So yeah, it is interesting. So they had like fortify walls and stuff, like those military shooter games. But then it's like a looter shooter as you run around, like Borderlands. But then it's got like a capture the flag mechanic. But then it's got like a siege the enemy base mechanic. Like I said, like just from seeing it and then reading, it's like, yeah, okay, it seems like you probably just need more people on the map. Like 3v3 on a massive map like that. And like it showed a clip of a lady doing a play where she killed 2 people. It's like, okay, well that's it. There's 1 enemy remaining. That's it. It's like they took every game and painted under hero shooter without defining too much of a single genre. I don't mind that they tried something new, but it sounds like they need more people to experience it, you know? Like, if you've only got 3 people and you've got 1 guy reinforcing walls, you've lost 1/3 of your team's firepower. It's kind of like when you're doing that one map in Guild Wars 2 in PvP and someone's on the trebuchet and it's like, oh, there goes 20% of our team. Found it? Oh, here we go. Yeah, normally for a game is it will have dips because like at night people go to sleep, right? Usually. So usually it'll do like this if the game is doing well and it'll have like bumps, but this one's not bouncing back up right now. This means nothing though? No, it doesn't mean nothing. Like, there's lots of other games that you could, like, I'm not comparing day 2 of Highguard to day 300 of Silksong. I'm comparing day 2 of Highguard to day 2 of other games that come out, right? Usually on day 2, when people wake up, it starts going back upward again, and this one's not really so far. So, yeah, that's kind of concerning. It makes me wonder, how many consistent players do they need in order to stay in business? Like, what's the line where they would have to shut it down or something? Overlord says, Muck, for legendary runes, do you have to make 6 for each character? Or is it like a normal legendary that goes in the armory? Overlord, it goes in the armory. Let me give you an example. If you made 1 legendary rune, on every build of every character you have, you would have 1 legendary rune that you could use. So if you make 7 legendary runes, that's all your armor plus your rebreather, every single build of every single character you have is covered. Muck, did you play Wayfinder? Did I? Hang on, let me see it. No. I never tried this one. I have not played this. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We'll check this. The word Wayfinder makes me want to punch a wizard. I misremembered. It looks interesting, so I was looking for a review of people I trust like you. Oh, thank you for the kind words, but no, I have not tried it out. I have not tried that out. Return playing again for a few weeks after about 10 years. What's the best use of the log in wizard points thing? So far, I've been using it for missing ascended gear. The log? We said ascended gear, so I assume you mean the shop thing? Usually, like, if you're planning on crafting legendaries, the starter kit is useful. Ascended gear is great. The mystic coins and clovers are really good. The bags of gold are good if you just need money. Muck, has your voice recovered? Not completely. Like, I could talk to you normally right now, but there's a very small amount of discomfort. It's kind of like a constant 1 out of 10 on the pain scale. But I can talk and just kind of push through it. However, after like 4 to 5 hours, I need a break. So, like last night when I finished the evening stream, like my throat was really tight. So I'm still on the medication that's supposed to help repair it, but I'm able to work at least. Michael, you test heal conduit and heal antiquary after the update next week. I could try. I was like, conduit is freaking complicated. It confuses me. Antiquary is not complicated. It's just stupid. But I could give him a shot if I get time. Did they figure out what's going on with your throat? Yeah, they... So one, I did that 18-hour stream where I was talking non-stop for 18 hours, and I, you know, had a really rough voice, and it was never recovering. And apparently the reason it was never recovering is I had something called LPR, which is... It's a form of acid reflux. And basically stomach acid kept coming up and, like, splashing my larynx and vocal cord area. And I was basically just constantly giving my throat burns. So they gave me some medication that it can take up to 4 weeks to work that is supposed to tell your stomach to make less acid. And then hopefully my throat will just heal naturally as that happens. That sounds like a hoot and a half. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, why do I always have a sore throat? It's like, oh, it's because my body's trying to eat itself. That's why. Yeah, that's what it was. They stuck a camera down my throat and they looked at it and they're like, oh yeah, there's a lot of damage here. You're sounding much better. I'm glad. I'm glad. And it's still like, how can I explain this? All right, let's say this is my voice normally, and this is how high I can go, and this is how low I can go. So it's like this is my normal spectrum of like I can go this high or this low, you know? Right now, it's kind of like this. I can do like the highest I could before, but I can't go as deep a voice as I could before. Like anyone who's seen my craft lock videos, you know that voice I use in those? I can't do that right now. So I've just been working on other projects. They also said you didn't know how to talk. That was a separate thing. Did you eat Joko? No. No, did not eat Joko. But it's all right. At least I can work, which is you know, the important thing. There we go. I personally think heal conduit's very LI, and you'll maybe find it boring. We'll see. We will see. 24-hour stream to pay the bills when? I just mentioned that after 4 to 5 hours, my throat starts hurting really bad. If it's a 24-hour stream, we're using text-to-speech. You actually feel the acid? I don't. That's the thing. Is, like, okay. When I went in there, and they were like, do you have acid reflux? And I was like, on occasion, I just take a Tums. Like, it was nothing. But apparently the problem was I was getting, like, a very weak form of acid reflux all the time, and I was so accustomed to it, I wasn't feeling it. Like, I would just hiccup, and I would just think, oh, it was a hiccup. But what actually happened is is acid came up and then went back down.
Go back to your mansion and stay out of our business. Snobby bot. Bet you're not even programmed for labor.
The silent reflux.
You pimp.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, it snuck up on me. I had no idea that it was going on. Like, I thought it was just the 18-hour stream. I thought I had like broken something or torn something. I had no idea that I had like burns in my throat. Honestly, one of the worst things is they said while you're healing, here's a list of things to not eat or drink, or it's going to be either very painful or it's going to make things worse. And it's got like all my favorite foods and drinks on it.
Smelt it. I smelt it.
Chat, no carbonated drinks, no caffeine. That right there sucks already. Very little food that's fatty or fried. That sucks a lot. No chocolate. No mint. That doesn't really affect me. No alcohol, no smoking. That doesn't affect me. Don't eat within 3 hours before bedtime. That's fine. That's probably the easiest thing for me to adapt to. So, like, all of that, if I consume that stuff, either A, it hurts like hell, or B, when it hits my stomach, it makes the acid come up, and then it just, it undoes days of healing. How can Mukberos without Coke? Oh my gosh. In the last 2.5 weeks, I have had 1 can of Coke. And I used to have like 2 to 3 a day. I had 1 can, and it was an amazing can. And I immediately followed it with a water chaser to wash it down. But I was like, I need something. Even coffee. I don't drink coffee. I've tried tea, and to me, I've tried many teas, and to me, teas are always just like dirty water. I've never had a tea I liked. I don't like coffee, so usually my caffeine comes from soda. Have you tried not self-destructing? It's getting more and more difficult, Emily. Dude, I can't wait for my hair to grow back out again. My wife gave me a haircut, and she did a great job, but it's a little bit shorter than how I normally like it, and so I keep getting this, like... You know that guy from Street Fighter that's American, and his hair goes, like, straight up? I feel like it's doing that. Like, you could just, like, flip me over and use my head as a mop right now. Like, Swiffer the floor. Guile, yeah. Yeah, him. You got the eraser here? Yeah. Hey, yo, where is he? There we go. Obviously, I don't have the chest for it, but... Yeah, there we go.
Drat, the entrance appears to be sealed via keycard access.
Random question, is it possible to get waypoints with the help of others somehow? Like, if a friend has many waypoints, or is there a way he could take me there? Except for TP to friend. Is it possible to use a mount somehow? Yes. So, Livian, 1, TP to friend. You already know about that, apparently. 2, if you are, if you're in the same zone and they've got a 2-seater mount, you can hop in the mount and then they can teleport to a waypoint and it'll teleport you with them. So you can, like, travel to a zone together and then they could use the mount to kind of, like, port you all over the place. But again, that requires in the same zone.
What's it to ya? Figured you wouldn't mind sharing.
I actually did that with during the video I did with Nagura to help her, like, teleport around.
Only what we need, but we're a needy bunch. What exactly do you need a hollow protector for? A plow? You will return what's rightfully ours. If I I gave a damn about what's rightfully yours, I wouldn't be too good at my job, would I?
Mike, about your homestead video, or if it's not an option for you, but you can also... Wait, what? Oh, hold on, I'm merging two messages. I'm new to homestead. If you upload one of the files, does it take away the others? Yeah, I even said in the video that if you're going to do this, be sure to save what you already have, because it will overwrite it. Now, there is a way that Radish knows about, where you can combine what you've got with what you're adding rather than replace. However, that's like a whole... That topic is quite big. So that's not included in the video I posted. If you're interested in that, like right now, like you've built something and you want to download something else and add to it, but not lose what you already built, talk to Radish on the GW2 Homes Discord that I linked under that video. And he can show you how to do that. Because, like, for example, if I download a lighthouse from GW2 Homes and I have it build it, then I download a riverboat, the lighthouse will disappear. It doesn't. I don't have both at that point. But there are ways to do that. Look, I recently finished Tier 2 Obsidian Armor for all weight classes just in time for the quick raid. Now I'm super poor. Oh, man. Tier 2 Obsidian. Wow. That's a lot of glowy armor.
Those gyros. That should break his shield as well. Focus on the gyros. That should help us destroy his shield.
I do love playing healer for this fight, because there is always people that need it.
It's no use. We cannot hurt him unless we break that charge of his. Don't come back.
Keep your thieving booty out.
Nice.
Now, in accordance with Legal
GG.
Code 7, Section 14, I'll coordinate returning these items to their owners.
Let's see. Hey, Mucka Chat, I asked previously about what I should do after completing the main story. I only have Living World Season 1 and Hot for expansions. I was told I should focus on story first, then go for legendaries I can get. Would anyone suggest differently? Caspar, I would say, do the story, and also work on world map completion. And you can do that in doses. Like, I myself... Like, when I was doing it each day, hang on a second, let me go over here to, like, a core map. So, like, let's say I'm like, okay, here's a waypoint, here's a heart, here's a point of interest, here's a heart, here's a point of interest, here's a point of interest, here's a waypoint. Okay, I'm bored. But that's it. I would make sure to get a few things on the map each day. And that way, eventually, you get the whole world opened up. So I would say, work on your world map completion a little each day, even if it's just a tiny bit. Work on the story each day. Those would be the main things I would say. Stick to that. Outside of that, if you're level 80, try different things. Try fractals, try PvP, try World v World, try dungeons, try. You've got Heart of Thorns, so there are some raids you can try. You don't have access to strikes yet, but. Yeah, just figure out what you like and what you hate. That way, you later on you can what you're interested in doing. Legendaries is definitely a fun project to start on because it's a long-term thing with like a huge reward at the end. So that's pretty good too. Which sledging backpack is the easiest in your opinion to make? So, Legendary backpacks come from Fractals, PvP, and World v World. So the question is, do you really enjoy one of those? If you enjoy one of those things, then that's going to feel fun to you, and the others will feel like work. So do the one you find fun. If you don't mind doing any of them, I found Fractals to be the fastest one. I did it with the Fractals. When I found out the Fractal Legendary Backpack existed, I was 80% done with it, and I didn't even realize it, because it's just like a mountain of Fractal materials. There's also Orax. True, Orax is the one that was newest, which is a ton of money. It's probably the most expensive one, but you can earn it through solo gameplay if you want. Muck, why did someone say this is the last weekly strike missions? 2-2 strikes are getting merged with raids coming soon. Now, the difficulty of the strikes is not changing, but the rewards are going way up. They will be considered raid bosses after next week, and that means they will have better rewards, but you can only get them once a week instead of once a day. That also means that raid legendary armor and the raid legendary ring will be faster to obtain because there will be many more ways of getting legendary insights after that patch. Me and a friend are working on Orax. Any advice on glacial shards? Let me see. Glacial shards, 1 gold each on the trading post. My first advice when looking for something like this is to immediately go to the wiki page and look for the crafting thing. So here, there's 2 recipes that can make glacial shards. So look in your bank and see if you've got the mats to make any. You might have the materials to make another 50 and you don't even realize it. So that would be the first thing I would do. What add-on are you using to make your cursor more visible? It's not an add-on. Hit F11 and go to cursor contrast and change it to whatever you want. I keep mine on low. It's the middle setting. Do we know if the raid zones are empty if we kill the boss in quick play? If the raid zone is empty, do you mean like the trash mobs or something? I don't know. I do not know. Let's see. Glacial shards are not needed anymore. The food that's crafted from them can be obtained via homestead daily post, and it's under 2 gold right now on the TP. Oh, there you go. Muck, are you ready for another 18 to 24 hour stream next week? Nope. Yeah, dude, it's no secret that pretty much any time Guild Wars 2 is done, like, drops, I would stream, like, 14 hours the first day. Streaming 18 hours that one time that I injured myself, that was a first for me, and clearly I overdid it. At this point, unless I want to, like... never recover, I need to, like, listen to my body, which basically is, like, the pain right here. So, if they do drops again, you know, I might stream 5 to 6 hours. I might have to take a break for a few hours and then come back for the evening stream, just like a normal weekday. And it'll suck, because, that's a big hit. That's a big hit. Are you planning to do raids and strikes to show off the new stuff? Yeah, I'll probably try it out. Probably give it a go.
Hey, look, it's the Tree of Birds. How are you today?
Muck, how would you suggest the Mythic crafting add-on make ad infinitum? I favorited it, but the crafting seems confusing. Okay, so... here's the list of what you need to make ad infinitum. Okay? The issue, though, is what this doesn't give you is the quest stuff. It's like, okay, you need globs, you need clovers, gift of magic, gift of might. Fine, 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 fine. You can just follow the shopping list. But gift of infinity, right? That's a quest item. Or like that's a achievement reward. You've got to figure out, like this doesn't show how to get gift of infinity. So you might have to go to the wiki for that. So, I mean, you can use the Mystic Crafting module for ad infinitum, but a lot of the pieces in here, like Unbound Wings, Solution Unbound, you might need the wiki page to, or my guide, one of them, to get those. Just do ASMR past certain hours. LI is faster, but still need to grind Envoy 1. Yeah. Could always bring back the Pirate TTS. Is it working now? Hang on. It was... Last time we tried to get it to work, it was acting up for some reason. Test. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing. It's not reading it out loud. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. It's not working. We've got that backup TTS thing, which is like the lady's voice, but I don't need it right now, and it requires more setup. Muck, any TV series or movie recommendations? I'm kind of a weeb in that department. I usually watch, I mean, not many. I've watched like 2 in the last month, but I usually watch like either anime or I just watch whatever's on YouTube. So, no, I don't really have any recommendations in that department right now. Muck, can you read my last message for people wanting glacial shards? I wish you would reply to your last message. Tokizo says, I have a link with info on getting glacial shards. And then they included a link called Get Your Glacial Shards from Gobbler's Drizzlewood. Okay, there you go. Ad infinitum, you had to break stuff to get other stuff. Well, yeah. Well, yeah, but that is saying that to someone doesn't really help them. Do we need to craft the Unbound to unlock the last achievement? What are you talking about? How are you today, Muck? I'm okay. I'm okay, thank you. Is Boy interested in watching Markiplier movie? Oh, movie Iron Lung. Oh, he hasn't mentioned it. He did... He is interested in, like, kid-friendly horror. I took him to see the 2 Five Nights at Freddy's movies. And he said if a Poppy Playtime movie comes out, he wants to see that. Is Muck an achievement hunter? Not in this game. In World of Warcraft, which I spent many years in before I got into Guild Wars 2, I was. And I had, like, one of the highest achievement point scores on the server I was on. But when I got to this game, I was like, I can't do that again. So in this game, I'll show you my achievement points. It's just whatever they is. I have not been hunting achievements in this. There were 2 FNAF movies? Yes. And there was a cliffhanger at the end, so they're clearly working on a 3rd. Kid-friendly horror is something I never thought I would hear. It's not that unusual. Think of, okay, so like when I was a kid, kid-friendly horror, Goosebumps. The Goosebumps books. Like, that was basically horror designed for children. It's just now that it comes in the form of video games and movies. Like, I don't even find it that unusual. Muck, are you going to try the No Rest with a Wicked update? They added co-op. I mean, I don't really want to play it co-op, but if they added more content, I'm happy to try the new content. The ventriloquist dummy scared the script out of me. Oh, Night of the Living Dummy. Hey, Mech, is there a schedule for the discounts on the gem items? Looking for material storage expansion. Cheers. What's up, Rini? There is a schedule, but nobody knows it. So occasionally they'll let us know what's going on ahead of time. They'll be like, oh, hey, you know, next Tuesday, a big sale on storage expanders. But, you know, usually it's just every Tuesday we check and see what it is. So the times that they tell us what sales are coming up are the minority. That's it. Hey, just found out I'll need Heart of Thorns Masteries to try out raiding some wings. Besides boosters, just do meta events, etc. Any tips? Yeah, basically. Just doing Heart of Thorns metas, like Octavine, stuff like that, will give you a lot of XP. Yeah, after you kill your first raid boss, here, for anyone who hasn't, after you kill your first raid boss, a set of masteries called raids will show up under Heart of Thorns. And there's some more stuff there. So some of those are needed for certain things. And there's a few others, like Leyline Gliding is needed for Zera. That's a very specific boss, but you need Leyline Gliding for that. When does Boy graduate to real horror? What is real horror? Like, I'm just gonna, like, lock him in the basement? Like, what is real horror? Like, I want you to scare the hell out of him. Taxes? Like, I'm jealous of your Ice Brood Mastery points. Some of those are so annoying to get. Skill issue. Oh, I'm reading a DM someone sent me. Real horror is telling him how the American government works, or doesn't work miraculously. We've had discussions like that before. He'll be like, you know, insurance sounds like a scam. And I'm like, sometimes it is. And I was like, look, I tried to explain to him, like, the idea of insurance is a good one. The problem is the implementation, and when there's greedy people at the top, and then the whole thing kind of falls apart. And he's like, which kind do we have? And I'm like, it's leaning toward that second one. Hello, Tequaddle. I couldn't stop thinking why they included Old Lion's Court and quick raid rotation, but isn't Old Lion's Court the only free-to-play raid? Will people who are free-to-play only ever queue for OLC every single time? Man, I didn't even think about that. Like, if you are missing... Okay, it's like, if you don't have Ice Brood Saga, and you queue for daily strikes, or like a quick find strike, will it put you in something like, you know, Cosmic Observatory? Or will it, does it have a chance to put you in something you don't own and then you get kicked out? I never considered that. All raids require no expansions from February 3rd, I think, or did I hear that wrong? I haven't heard that anywhere. So if that's a thing, I just haven't seen it from a source. When I said real horror, I meant when you're gonna let him watch a slasher movie. Oh my god. Like what, Saw or something? I'll say this, I don't love horror. I have built up a tolerance because for years, you know, every October, I play a bunch of horror games as a streamer to entertain you guys. I've definitely become more resistant to it than I originally was when I was playing Outlast and I was like freaking shaking at my desk. But I don't love it. I was willing to go with him to see the FNAF movies because they weren't too bad, but he really wanted to see them. But if he was like, oh, Dad, I want to go see the new Saw movie, I'm like, oh, man, you better turn 18 quick because I'm not going. I don't want to see that. You're on your own. I'm completely desensitized. Like I said, I'm more resistant than I used to be. If you go back and you watch on Mukluk Plays me when I played Outlast and Outlast 2, which are the first horror games I ever played, yeah, I was not okay. The 3 scariest horror games I've played on stream were the 2 Outlast games and Visage. Those games, I was not okay. And part of it is they were terrifying, and part of it is it was, like, I had no resistance to it yet. I got scared by Repo. Repo? Do you want to play classic horror? Do you hear about Silent Hill 2? Dude, I played, what was the Silent Hill remake that recently came out? Was that 2? Hold on, which Silent Hill did I play? Silent Hill 2. This was nothing. This is one of the least scary games I've ever played. And now, maybe it was because, like, a product of its time, you know? Like, back in the day when it came out, you know, with all, like, the fog and everything, you know, maybe it was scarier at that time. But, like, the remake of it is... You could fight back.
Victory comes with a cost.
Hang on.
Sing their songs to our spawn.
You could fight back. So like, it's like the zombie would scare you and you're like, ah! Clang! Hit him with a pipe. Like, the scariest games are the ones where you can't kill the thing chasing you. Silent Hill 2 was... whatever. It's an interesting story, but it certainly wasn't scary. What about Phasmophobia? I've watched other people play Phasmophobia. I'm usually laughing. That game looks so stupid. They're like walking around and they're like, well, it's time to look up. And their back just bends at a 90-degree angle while they look up at the ceiling. The graphics of the game are just like so janky. It's hard to really get serious about it. Still hoping I'll be able to play Outlast Trials of the Muck this Halloween. Oh god. I did pick up Outlast Trials. And I was like, alright, I need someone to play this with me. And everyone in the community that asked me to play it cowered. And I'm like, alright, cool, I don't have to play it. And we moved on to the other game, to another game. You had volunteers? No, you guys volunteered like a day and a half later. It was too late. Visage, you started getting annoyed midway through because of the puzzles? I mean, I might have. I don't recall, but the thing is like... Visage very much, it felt like you did not have time to waste. So it's like, if you needed more time to try to figure out a puzzle, it's like something was actively stalking and trying to kill you any moment you were delaying. So it kind of led to getting impatient with oneself faster. Remember Dead Space 2 final chapter Necromorph, the regenerating one? Mm-hmm. I also remember... Wait, no, hold on. Wait. I'm thinking of Dead Space 1. I don't think I've played Dead Space 2. Yeah, I played Dead Space. I haven't played Dead Space 2. The most notable thing I remember of Dead Space was the jump scare at the very end, like post-credits. They were jerks for that. Again, though, other than that, I didn't find it to be a scary game. Because you have a gun. If the thing scares you, you could shoot it. I would say the scariest part of it was, like I said, there was a jump scare post-credits. Like, again, the scariest games I've played were Outlast and Visage. And I think in Outlast, you were armed with a camera. Visage was just... is just your bare hands, and you couldn't punch things. Don't forget lamp. Well, yeah, well, that's not... you weren't really armed with lamp. Yeah, in... what was it? Visage, I think? You would slowly go insane, like, when you saw spooky stuff. But if you, like, were in a well-lit spot, you would, like, stabilize. And so occasionally I would come up and just, like, shove my face right into a light bulb and be like, lamp! Heal me! Yeah. Lamps were safe. That was, like, home base. Dead Space 2 is true horror from the very first minute. I think you would love it if you give it a go. Well, if it's true horror, I won't love it. I hate horror. I play it to entertain my audience because they like to see me suffer. Muck, what if you could kill something with a gun? There's still an element of feeling a little bit safer if your character's holding a weapon. But if they're holding nothing, or if they're just holding, like, a freaking camera, like in Outlast, then it's like... because, again, it's called Outlast. Like, think about those words. It's hide or run. You can't fight. And so there's, like, a level of fear of, like, this thing, like, possibly gonna catch you, and you're, like, you know, hiding under a bed, and you're, like, you're trying to control your breathing and stuff like that. Like, they very much nailed the uncomfort. Muck, we should get you to play Dead Space. I have played Dead Space. I just haven't played Dead Space 2. I think I played Dead Space, and then I also played the Dead Space remake, but I haven't played the sequel to it. Why is chat talking like it's October right now? Muck, have you played any of the Neo games? No, I have not. I'm willing to try. I haven't played them, though. In Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of Earth, you would get insane if you saw spooky stuff. I think, yeah, I did play Call of Cthulhu. That should be on Mukluk Plays if you want to watch it. I haven't played the one you talked about, though. Are you familiar with Fatal Frame? You get a camera, but also sexy cosplay. What? Random. Muck, I watch horror game streams every Sunday. I'm always ready for more horror games. Oh, are you? So I would have 2 viewers if I did that. I've been meaning to ask, what was the scariest part of Outlast 2? The part you were convinced was going to get you banned from Twitch? Oh, no. That wasn't scary. Dude, okay, look, I'm a parent. That didn't affect me in that way. But, okay, alright. I mean, I can just say it. There was a scene in one of the Outlast games, I guess it was Outlast 2, where it showed this woman that you're trying to save, and she goes from not pregnant to 9 months pregnant in, like, 3 days. And so she is not okay. And it's like, okay, is this the Antichrist? What's going on? And then all of a sudden she goes into labor, and you help her, like, lay down, and she just has the child. And it shows everything. And I was scared because I was like, is this okay on Twitch? You know, because it literally showed everything. And I was extremely concerned for, like, the sake of my channel. Not because I'm scared of babies. Like, I've seen that IRL. Like, that didn't affect me in that way. I was concerned that I was going to get in trouble or something. Oh no, it's a baby, yeah. So yeah, that was scary, but not for the reason you think. I wanted to mention this year Neo 3 should come out. Is that going to require playing the previous Neos to understand? That's what I meant, the fear of the channel being the scary part? Yeah, I don't really want to repeat that.
If you and your fellow warriors hold this ground with us, you will have your land again.
We did not come all this way to watch the dead.
Let's see. What else is going on? Mr. Grunts.
Today, tribes that once warred with each other stand united.
Then man the turrets and hold the line. Together we cut down the dead.
Lies of P is peak. It is. Yes, it is. I cleared Lies of P and its DLC. It was a great game. I will say among Souls-like games, that is one of my favorites. I think my favorite might be currently First Berserker Kazan. But yes, if you like Souls-likes from time to time, I did enjoy the Lies of P games. Oh, he's not doing it. Did I mock him too many times? Is he shy now? Oh, I heard it faintly there. Muck, who the hell near you is shooting yellow beams? Restoration Shaman. That thing? I don't know what that is. Look, I think you can only play on Twitch strict arrow game plus the one or on the ban list. Yeah, I remember after that happened, because legitimately, I was a smaller streamer. And even now, like, I'm one of the largest streamers within the Guild Wars 2 community, right? That doesn't make me a large streamer on Twitch. Like, if I got suddenly... Like, I am not too big to fail, you know what I mean? Like, if Twitch suddenly decided to ban me one day, I don't know that I could get a hold of anybody to help me. I still walk that line in fear. Hang on a second. So I remember when that happened, I was like triple checking the list of banned games to make sure Outlast 2 was not on it. And it wasn't on it, so I was like, okay. But even when I uploaded the playthrough to YouTube, I actually went and I did a very minor edit to that scene. So when it showed like the freaking kid being born, all it did was like, I think the camera either zoomed in on my very uncomfortable face or it zoomed in on chat screaming. It was one of the two. But I did not show it in the YouTube VOD because I was like too scared. It was chat. Of course you would know, Blue. Blue watches all my horror content. But yeah, that was like, I was so novice at editing them. That was the best I could do, but I was like, okay, I'm not comfortable having this on the YouTube channel. That was the pre-Noxxi. Those are the dark days. Which generation legendaries have the Zaitan ones? Gen 3. So if you... Hang on a sec. What's the name? Let's see, Greatsword. Bite? Alright, let me just search Bite. Okay, so here's the Greatswords, right? So this is the Gen 3 Greatsword. And then this is the Jormag one, the Kralkatorrik one, the Mordremoth one, the Primordus one, the Suwan one, and the Zaitan one. And each of them has a sheath. Oh wait, does it not show it in the preview window anymore? Oh, rip. Like when you unsheath the Mordremoth one, these barbed vines like spiral up out of the ground around you and then go back down. I guess they don't show sheath unsheath animations in the preview window anymore. That's weird. But yeah, that's Gen 3. Mike, not expecting you to have an answer for this. Do you have any idea when Guild Wars 2 will be on sale again? I currently do not know. No. Some of them are consistent, like Black Friday and around Christmas time and in August when the game has its birthday. But around this time of year, I don't know. It's just whenever it happens, I put it on announcement. Nice shirt, Muck. Oh, thank you. I wear my own merch. Exclamation mark. It's comfy. Dude, at this point, I wear my own merch like it's my work uniform. I've got a couple of the long sleeve shirts, a couple of the short sleeve shirts. I got a hoodie. I got a blankie that, very comfortable. It's minky. Yeah, exclamation merch. It's well-made stuff. Sir Muck, how's your throat been? How's your throat been praying for you? What's up, artist? It's okay. I can talk now with very, very minor pain for like 4 to 5 hours at a time, so I can work, which is good. But yeah, still not fully recovered, but we're on the mend, I hope. Gotta add your company, mukluk.inc. Not yet. What about underwear? No Muck undies. We're if you're wearing full Muck merch, you're commando right now. Actually, wait, I just remembered. That's not true. There was kind of a silly giveaway we did once where we had Mukluk brand boxers, but there was only like 100 winners. And I've got the prototype here. I forgot about these. Hang on a second. So there was a time period where we did a giveaway, and it was like 50 or 100 people got Mukluk brand boxers. This is them. Yeah, you can get right on your butt cheek. There we go. Yeah, so there are a select few diehard fans of the community that are wearing Mukluk merch undies. I forgot about that. I was expecting to have Bram on the butt cheek. Oh my god. I do not want him anywhere near the goods. Do you take throat soothe candy? Do you mean like cough drops? I've got some when I need them. I'm not taking them constant. It's not good to take them non-stop, so I'm not taking them constantly because what I have is gonna take like 4 weeks to recover. Do you have tidy whities? No. No Muck tidy whities. I heard you beat We Happy Few. What games are you currently playing? So, let's see. We just finished We Happy Few, Infection Free Zone Alpha, Pony Island. I'm in the middle of the Cult of the Lamb newest DLC. I'm promoting Turnbound for the next month, so on and off I'll be playing like a couple hours of that here and there. Working on a review video for Mind Over Magic. Next thing, so like, for example, tomorrow morning, I don't know yet what I'm playing tomorrow morning. I'll be looking at the game recommendation list, but that's where I got Pony Island from. Actually, I think I can check that one off. One sec. Just gonna pull this up here. So Pony Island was pretty high on the game rec list, so I'll mark that as played and check that one off. There we go, that one's done. So I'll be going through this and looking for something for the morning streams, starting tomorrow. Not yet sure. And as always, if any of you are interested in, like, if there's something you really want to see me play, you can put it, you can either upvote it on here or you can put it on the list. One of the two. Try Warframe just say you tried it. Honestly, I kind of don't want to because the Warframe fans have been so freaking annoying. Like, maybe someday I'll try it. But right now, like, the Warframe fans have been just bothering me so much, I kind of just don't want to, just to spite them. Like, ugh. I will say, I tried Soulframe. I played Soulframe for, what was it, like 2.5 or 3 hours or something? Until I formed an opinion of it, and then I put it down. But I do know that Warframe has been out longer than Soulframe, so I know it's more fleshed out. Still waiting for the Muck playthrough for Witcher 3 DLC Blood and Wine. Yeah, I'm not opposed to doing Witcher 3 again. I say again, let me clarify that. I played Witcher 3 before I was a streamer, so I don't have like a VOD or anything of it. It's a very long playthrough, as most of you know. But I'm not opposed to it. I actually played what I think it was called Death March difficulty. It was the top one. I played Witcher 3, on Death March. It was really, really tough, but did do that. I don't know that I would do it on Death March on stream, because it's a massive time sink, because it makes everything very bullet spongy. Look, I'm sick. Can you send Gen 3 bacon? Does Gen 3 bacon have healing properties? I hadn't heard about that. Have you ever played Spiritfarer? I don't think so. What's your opinion on Soulframe? Soulframe, beautiful game, is gorgeous. The main, okay, so there was a few issues. If you go to my playlist of me playing Soulframe, the last episode, I kind of do everything right when it's fresh in my mind. Couple of things, all right? Soulframe, in like 3 hours, I got 2 new abilities, 0 new equipable items. In terms of a fantasy game, not finding a single glove, boot, chest piece, dagger, sword that I can actually equip, it made build crafting or messing with your inventory extremely dull. Okay? I did get the materials to craft a dagger, but it had a 5-hour crafting time. So I couldn't even play it that day. I would have to come back the next day to try out a second weapon. So I was like, okay. So really never got to try out anything new while playing the game for 3 hours. Not a single new weapon type or a single new piece of armor or equipment or anything like that. So yeah, in terms of like itemization and loot, like I could have not looted anything for 3 hours and my gameplay would have been the same. But I had an inventory full of random stuff I'd looted, but I couldn't use any of it yet. What else was there? Directionless. They had a fog of war on the map, and you had to find these trees to open the fog, but you couldn't see where the trees were because of the fog. So often I was running around and I couldn't the map was useless. I couldn't see anything on the map at all. And there was no quest pointer of where to go to continue the main story. And I'm not talking like I needed yellow paint, all right? Like, I played Morrowind. In Morrowind, there was no markers on the map at all, but they would be like, you need to meet this contact. He's in this city. It's south. It's past the mountains, but it's before you hit the swamp, Like, there was some directions. Soulframe had none of that. It didn't have directions of where to go, nor did it have markers, either one. And so I was often like, I had no clue where to go to continue the story. And so I was like, okay, well, let's just explore. And I start running around, immediately hit a problem. I start accidentally stumbling into areas 10 times my level. Like you're playing Elden Ring and you go into an area and you get shot for 90% of your health and you're like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here yet? Like that. So it's like, I'm blind, the map's covered, there's no quest telling me where to go, I'm supposed to figure out where to go, but if I explore in the wrong direction, I'm punished for it. And there's no, like, I can't do any build crafting, I can't equip any new items, anything like that. So, yeah, I mean, again, the game was gorgeous, combat was kind of fun, but you know what it was similar to? Dragon Age Veilguard, where the combat 3 hours in felt exactly like the combat 1 minute in. Nothing had changed. It was fun, but not for 3 hours, you know, not for 3 hours. Not for 10, not for 20. So, that's it. That's all I can remember. There might have been other problems, but that's what I remember a week later. Let me see how the lag is right now. I can't always PvP on EU servers because there's like a very slight delay, which is not a big deal in PvE, but in PvP it is. I mean, we'll see if it works. Weapons craft like a mobile game? Yeah. Like I said, I found the mats to craft a dagger, but it takes 5 hours, so I didn't even get to see it. Soulframe is technically in pre-alpha. Totally fine. I mean, I'll say this, though. Like, I played Enshrouded in alpha, and by God, that had a lot more content. Well, I should clarify that, because Soulframe might have had a whole world that I didn't get to, but my point is, there are other games I've played in alpha. Like, I'm not comparing Soulframe to a final product. I'm comparing it to other games I've played in alpha. And, like, nothing equipable was, like, pretty insane. But as I understand it, that's just how Warframe is. If I recall, yeah, but they give out a lot more slots to players. But yeah, new players, 6 weapons for 2 frames, not great. Mug, I'm thinking about doing the Strike, Raid, Legendary Challenge modes and wanted to ask you 2 questions. Is there any Discord that specifies in doing LCM training first try runs? And what Legendary CM should I start? I have done one of the big challenge modes, which was Sarah CM, and that was with a group who invited me. I have not done any legendary CM simply because I'm not interested. So I don't feel qualified to answer that. If anyone else has input that could point this guy in the right direction, I welcome it, but I don't have an answer for you. Speaking of Enshrouded, 1.0 release scheduled for autumn. Hope you'll visit it again there. I was considering visiting it again tomorrow morning. But, yeah, Enshrouded was fun, even from the get-go. Hello, Mug. Hi, Merg. Came to check out, was real. I get that from time to time. What's up? Is Piyush in ranked right now? I don't know if Push has ever been in ranked. Not yet. Alright, let's try this out. Let's see how the delay is for me right now. I'm just throwing dazes and chills and stuff all over the place just to try to mess with them. Oh no! Oh man. I suddenly had a bunch of condies on me. Rip. Yeah, 30,000 damage right there, Burning in Torment. How is the game in 2026 for a new returning player? What's up, Palabino? Actually, shockingly enough, considering this game has been out for a year or two, it has got, like, it broke its own, like, record for, like, number of players. Yeah, the game is doing very well right now. Dude, the constant magnetic aura spam.
Secure the console.
Ah, the condies. Definitely a very small amount of lag, but we're doing okay right now. No, they're pushing. Gotta stop their push.
A console is about to activate.
Okay, whatever that burst is, or I think it might be the thief, maybe the antiquary. One of them looks at me and I suddenly get like three stacks of like 5 different conditions. Slash map, GG. Yeah, it did okay. Not too amazing. They had a support that was constantly cleansing the conditions I was doing. So there was not a lot of build up there. I feel like I was mostly CC because I was just throwing dazes all over the place. Let's see. Enshrouded will also have a 0.8 update with balance changes, bug fixes, and his adventure share coming in spring. Don't know if that matters to you, just info. Noted. Noted, noted, noted. So many narrow paths for AoEs. Yeah, push is great for people that like team fighting because that game mode kind of forces everyone together. So if you like playing like a healer or something, it's good. That's the staff animation. There it goes. Is push a fun game mode for someone mildly interested? Well, like I said, it forces everyone together. So rather than like, you know, there's one guy fighting one dude over here and there's a guy fighting down here and a thief just ganked him and everybody else is in the middle. Rather than that, it's just all 10 people are in one place. So just play your favorite teamwork build. So some people love it, some people don't, but you can, you know, opt in or out of it if you want. Can you play push ranked? I think it's unranked only, just like Stronghold. But it's a separate checkbox, so you can check it on or off if you want. Evening, people. What's up, Hamza? Is add-on manager broken to anyone else, too? I haven't used it in the last few days, so I'm not sure. ICLS gank and push. Well, the payload moves really fast, so like, yeah, you can circle around and like hit the team in the back, but you know, you gotta hope that your team is okay 4v5 during the time that you choose to run away and come back and stuff like that. So, I have to be careful with it.
The match starts soon.
Forget which amulet am I using in this build?
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
Alright, what do we got? Druid, Reaper, Antiquary, Gale Shot, Tempest versus Druid, Virtuoso, Evoker, Paragon. Oh, they just stealthed?
You've
I'm
captured
backing up a
Lion.
bit.
You've lost Dragon. You've captured the field.
That Paragon went a bit too deep. See if I can decap them here. Meow. I don't care about the full cap. I just want to decap it and run away. Whoop, 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 whoop. Zoidberg noises. There's a fight at home. Question is, does he need help? No, he's not in combat at the moment.
You've lost Dragon. You've captured Lion.
Backing away. Okay, so they just used quite a bit of burst on me. I burned some defensive tools to live.
You've captured Dragon.
Crap. I tried to daze them, they interrupted it. Stealth.
You've captured the field.
Throwing knife on that guy, he's dead.
Colosseum's artifacts are accruing power. You've lost Lion.
Oh, Paragon rezzed his teammate. His teammate's down again, though.
The artifacts have reached maximum power.
This guy's a brick house, good lord. Okay, it's 4 of us versus him. I think that's an even fight, and it looks like we narrowly got the win there.
Captured Lion. You've lost
Whoa.
Dragon.
Hello.
Blue team has
Boogie, move, we're
obtained an
hiding.
artifact.
Boogie doesn't understand, chat. Wait, they're using a Devourer too? I thought I was the only ranger in the world using a Devourer in PvP. What the heck?
Blue team has obtained an artifact. You've captured dragon.
Alright, got them. I want to try... Oh, we already got the cap. Okay, don't need that. Is Hollow any good in PvP? Haven't seen one since I kind of came back to it. I'm pretty sure in the right hands a Hollow Smith can be terrifying, but I haven't seen one lately. We are triple capping. What the heck? Did they have someone quit? I will say on their team, the Paragon is very much a pain, but everyone else is not like bad, but not nearly as big of a problem as the Paragon is.
The Colosseum's artifacts are accruing power.
Now see, right now all 5 of us are at far. They should be going around us to go get the other nodes, but...
You've captured dragon. The artifacts have reached maximum power. Blue
Think they gave up?
An
Yeah.
artifact.
It's been a bit one-sided. I'm wondering if those two are duo queue. They've got the same guild tag and they're always together. Helped get the
You've
revive.
captured lion. Your team is victorious.
Slash map GG. Yeah, that one was pretty one-sided. Oh, they had a triple queue. The Virtuoso was with them also. Why would the Druid have a greatsword? Ranger greatsword is the only weapon in a Ranger's arsenal that has a block. So, survivability. It also has a movement skill, a CC, and an attack. As long as you're running a power build, the greatsword's got a very nice kit for PvP. Very, very nice. You're really good at playing Ranger, by the way. What'd you think of Gale Shot? I hate it. I do not like it. Is Turnbound pay to win? No. No, it's an auto battler type game. You pay for the game and then that's it. I don't think there's a cash shop in there at all. Interesting discussion point. Would you consider Guild Wars 2 currently pay to win with the VOE specs dominating in every single game mode and hence failing the requirement to own that expansion? Okay. In any game ever, I don't think that buying an expansion equates to pay to win. Especially if the game doesn't have a monthly fee. I think pay to win is like Raid Shadow Legends, where I can spend a bunch of money buying a bunch of additional booster packs and get more legendary stuff that enemies just don't have, or it would take them years to get if they were playing on free-to-play. Right? Like, expansions are like, the developer spends a year making new content, and then you buy that content, and that's what keeps the developers fed so they can keep adding more stuff to the game. I honestly don't take people seriously when they choose not to get an expansion and then they complain about like what's in the expansion is in the game. I honestly can't take that seriously. Like, is Guild Wars 2 on the pay-to-win spectrum? Like, right? Yes, but I think it's at the bottom. Like, so like someone in chat just said, you can buy gold. Yeah, you can. What can you do with it? You cannot buy... Okay, hang on. Let me look at my inventory here. The best in slot for any of the slots on screen, the weapon. There's a tradable best in slot weapon that you can get with gold. All the other slots would still be as is. And if you don't know how to play, having just the weapon isn't going to help. And in PvP, your equipment doesn't matter because it balances everybody's stats. So there's no pay to win in PvP either. So... is it pay to win? Yeah, it would be on the spectrum of pay to win, but it would be like at the bottom of it. Whoa, lag. That was unfortunate. God. I think I die here. I can't do anything. Oh, really?
Is about to activate.
The rally. Wow. What about Path of Exile? I feel like Path of Exile's pay for convenience. PoE is a free game. And in it, you can buy things like more bank space and stuff like that.
Secure the console. Red team has gained an advantage.
Crap. I've got Glyph going on the guy, but he's, Oh, nice. He had some nasty poison on him.
Red team has gained an advantage.
She's got an interrupt ready, which is why I'm not stomping. I just put a bunch of dots on her. Who cares, though? There's always someone who cares, but it's just a discussion, that's it.
A console is about to activate.
It's not good. Did you just misform out of revive? You did. You know what though? This might have been the one time misform was good.
Console is
In
active.
years of watching Ellie's do that, that might be the one time it was warranted. Ah, crap. I don't have stability. You can't, without a block or stability, I can't get out of that.
Secure the console.
DPS root and PvP looks fun. Yeah, it's fun. Hold on, I'm gonna mark this guy just so they don't let him bandage.
Red team has gained an advantage.
Holy ow, that hurt. I think I'm downstate here. Yeah. I think that's a Condi Reaper. Damn it. Oh, man. He pulled that Dragon Hunter over to me, and then the Dragon Hunter just used him to trigger his traps to cleave me down. He got baited hard. God, the damage. Oh man, the verse is so high. Guys, you gotta stomp him or I'm gonna rally him. Man, I got 4 teammates around me, none of them aware of the situation. They needed to either stomp that Reaper or they needed to like heal me for a second so he didn't rally. And they're not doing either.
A console is about to activate.
Dude, this Reaper is... I mean, all Reapers are dangerous, but that one is on a different level.
Red team has gained an advantage.
Test subjects may experience
Oh god.
dizziness, confusion, and stand still for silence.
Red team has gained an advantage.
I'm I'm out of stun breaks. It's Jover. Let's see. Is it a good time to start Guild Wars 2 again? They broke their all-time record for most players just recently. It is doing very well for itself. Man. That is the second time that my death has rallied that Reaper.
Secure the console.
The enemy Gale shot honestly kind of tickles, but she is annoying because she's just been back here shooting us the whole time. The Dragon Hunter sits back and shoots us, but occasionally walks in and does like a blender of damage. Oh, something else just stunned me.
Red team has gained an advantage.
That was unfortunate. I think the Necro hit me in the back with the Chillblains or something. Oh, it might have been the Antiquary. / map GG. Yeah, thought so. Look at that. The Reaper. Top defense, top kills, top damage, top offense, top healing. I could tell. I don't know what his build was, but anytime he looked at one of us, we were just... we just getting splattered. Average on everything, above average healing, most of the revives on the team. Toki just said, asked a Reddit, and I got an answer regarding Raid Quick Play for free-to-play. For Quick Play, you don't need an expansion. You can see that in the new Raid trailer at minute 34 when they hover over the mouse over the Find a Quick Play group. Hang on. Entering Quick Play will match your team with other players automatically for a Quick Play raid. All Quick Play raids are available regardless of expansion ownership. Cool. That's cool. Okay. Good to know. So those of you that don't own Icebrood Saga or Secrets of the Obscure or whatever, you'll be able to do those strikes soon. It's pretty neat. Hey, hi, Folko. Incoming plenty of core-only classes and raids. We'll see. What's new in the Guilty Wars of 2? Tons of stuff. What's new in the gem store? Let's see. Classic leather boots. Gorgeous. They even cover the side toes. Eight stam leather boots. 4 strength, 4 stam leather boots. Oh. Did you play Monster Hunter Worlds, Rise, and Wilds? I played Monster Hunter Wilds for 4 hours. I wish I could get them back. I cleared the main story of Monster Hunter World, and then I never opened it again. I don't know. I know it has a large following, but I can't get into the Monster Hunter series. It just feels like they get, like, the plot is terrible, the writing is terrible. It's just like, fight big monster with the worst controls you've ever seen in your life. And if you win, you get an award, because you managed to do it with the worst controls you've ever seen in your life. Do you have any video on salvage kits? Yes, exclamation salvage. Did you use mouse, keyboard, or controller? Mouse and keyboard. Because they marketed it that it worked with mouse and keyboard. And it did. It was just awful. How much is Copper-O-Matic on sale? When it's not on sale, I think it's either 600 or 800. It's 640 right now, down from 800. I can't imagine Monster Hunter on mouse and keyboard. I mean, even still, it kind of... It's just like, even moving your character around. Like, for example, like right now, like I can do this, right? You can't do that in Monster Hunter. Your character turns like a bus. And it just... I don't know. Like, I know that there's a group of people that like it. It's just, for me, it's like I tolerated it. And then also the writing, like the storytelling was absolutely just... non-existent. Like in the new one, there was this like little boy that you're protecting, and it's just... But for like the solution to every problem is go kill that thing over there. It's just like, come on. I will say they made food look really good. I think all their budget went into the cooking. Skill-based games are like that. Wow. Wow. Red Edge, that was extremely backhanded. Is Monster Hunter's combat as jank as Dark Souls? No, it's more. I've beaten Dark Souls 1, I've beaten Dark Souls 3, I've beaten Elden Ring and its DLC, I've beaten Lies of P, beaten Lords of the Fallen, beaten First Berserker Kazan. Monster Hunter felt way worse. And FYI, all of those games I just listed I did on mouse and keyboard. Is Underwater Skimmer important? Not until Janthier Wilds. Or, sorry, I misspoke. Not until Visions of Eternity. But they've got a mastery in Visions of Eternity for that. That's why. Dark Souls is for casuals, unlike Monster Hunter. It's funny, the most famous player I can think of for, like, a Souls-like is Let Me Solo Her from Elden Ring. The most famous player I can think of for a Monster Hunter is that lady who, you know, supposedly beat a boss blindfolded, and then it came to light that she didn't, that she cheated. So the most famous Monster Hunters player I know of was the cheater. Also, Muck, where are the ads? Don't you need to pay some medical bills? The ads happen, like, once every, like, once or twice an hour. I'm not spamming them. Oh god, we had no one go home node. That's not good. Shoot. Couldn't remember how to draw on the map. You know what? That kind of worked out. That guy peeked and was like, oh, I was going to decap their home, but there's no one there. And then he turned around right as I got here.
You lost the water.
It was all a trick. It was all a bait and switch.
You've captured the quarry. You lost the graveyard.
Got the res off. I tried to heal that person, but they dodged 2 heals. Stealth stomp. Nope, I had revealed on me. I didn't stealth. It's okay though. Still got it.
You've lost the quarry.
Okay. Home node.
You've taken the graveyard.
I'm not comfortable fighting both of these guys. They gave up on chasing me, I mean.
The waterfall is yours. You've captured the quarry.
Sharpen my stick. Sharpen my laser. If you sharpen a stick, it's a spear. I'm sharpening my laser, though. Res the teammate. Cleaving his B so that the revive stopped.
You've taken the graveyard.
Warrior. If he's good, I fear him. I don't know if he's good or not, though.
The waterfall is yours.
Oh my god, out. Alright, there's 3 of us, it's even.
You lost the waterfall. You've captured the quarry.
We're at our home node again. I think I stay mid. That warrior is scary, man. Alright, just gonna let Woogie finish him off.
You've captured the quarry.
I see Mukluk's warriors. They scare me. The good ones. Good warriors make the warrior class look broken. The bad warriors complain on the forums a lot. Can stats be changed on ascended trinkets? I know they can be on weapons and armor, not sure on trinkets. Hello, Cody. Only a select few. With weapons and armor, there's a Mystic Forge recipe that changes them. But with trinkets, there is, for example, in Bloodstone Fen, you can buy some special trinkets there. And then there's a thing there called something capacitor, and when you buy it, it resets the stats on your trinkets. There's similar things like that in a few other game modes, but if you don't have one of those, it's typically not resettable.
The waterfall is yours.
How is he going on? Dude, that Solvi shot at us and we all turned and looked at him and he was like, I'm out. And he popped every cooldown. Just a full sprint all the way back to the gate. He's like, yo, it was a prank. Oh my god, no! Hit the wrong button there. That was close. Mike, if you had to mention the stat selectable rings via tune infused, then you select the stats again. I forgot about that. That was pretty one-sided. I can finally make Clob Spear Muck. Nice. Congrats, Mluth. I have decided to swap from Elementalist. I'm sick of being down. From what I have heard, some streamers comment on how broken VOE specs were PvP. I imagine Core couldn't compete, but I guess it was an exaggeration on their part. Eucharist. I just got my butt handed to me by a Core warrior. Are the Visions of Eternity Elite specs strong? Most of them are, yeah. Does that mean the Core stuff is less strong? No. No, it doesn't. But the thing is, the new VOE specs are like shiny new toys, and we are children. And we're like, ooh, you know? So we're like excited to play with our new toys. So yes, there's a bunch of them running around right now because it's new. But that doesn't mean it's going to, you know, stay that way. And some of them have already been nerfed. Like Ritualist at launch of VOE was stronger than it is now. It got some nerfs because it was too strong. Any suggestion on what I should do with all the ascended rings I have that I can't use? Hello, Cody. Thank you again for the bits, by the way. Ascended rings that you can't use. Salvage them. If, like, for example, if you do fractals a lot, you're going to be swimming in ascended gear. Way too much for you to use. You can just salvage the extras. You know, you can get ascended salvage kits from either fractals or from merchants and tear them apart. I don't think Muck is low ranked. I mean, I'm not ashamed of it. I don't care to show, I don't mind showing it. All right, so my MMR is currently on the line between Gold 2 and Gold 3. I haven't played a lot lately, so it's, the reward has decayed, like my reward tier has decayed, but that's where my MMR is right now. Highest I've ever been was Plat 2. That was brief. And then they went bonk, and they knocked me back down. New video series, Muck, Road to Plat. The thing is when I PvP, I just take a build that I slap together that I find fun, and I try to make it work. I don't just copy a build that is proven to work. I get a lot of joy in, like, just crafting a new build. Like, dude, I'm in there with a freaking Devourer right now and a Condi Staff. Staff is power, by the way. I'm sharpening the staff so that I can bleed with non-projectiles that pierce projectile blocks from long range. But that also means that if this is on cooldown, I'm not doing damage with the tickle beam. Most of my damage is from daggers. Like, this is not a build I recommend to anyone. I can kind of make it work, but it's fun for me. But this isn't a climb to plat build. What to do with volatile magic? Still trophy shipments? Yeah, basically. Like, there's a few other things you can do that are comparable, but trophy shipments is a totally fine way of liquidating it. Can you help me understand what happened to me yesterday? I was a little under halfway through Gift of Battle, and I hopped on World v World for a bit, and the first tick hit, and it filled the rest of the Gift of Battle, and a third, if another. Wait, so you had like half a reward track fill all at once? Is that what you're saying? Maybe... Chat says World v World Rush bonuses. So I know that World v World Rush like doubles the XP that you get while you're in there. I didn't know it could do that. One person said that your team probably captured the castle and gave you a bunch of points. Mini Karka hatchlings. Whatever did it, I don't mind. Oh, good. If you were like, I'm very upset about this. Well, how come the
The
cast store
match
in Hero's
starts
Choice
soon.
chest doesn't have amalgamated gemstones like the others? I don't know. I didn't design it. I do not know. What do I do with the 5,000 bloodstone dust I've gotten? Don Rex, there's these things called converters that eat bloodstone dust, imperial fragments, and dragonite ore and give you a little bit of loot each day. You need some converters. Exclamation convert
Hold
in
on
the
to your
chat,
points.
and I've got a
Seize
video on him
theirs.
if you want it. It's an old video, but it's still accurate.
You've captured the altar! Your enemy has the temple now! You control the gate!
Uh-oh. Shoot. Dude, he's blocking everything. Now he's evading everything. Nerf revenants.
You've got the temple!
Nerf Ellies as well, just to be safe. Yeah.
Your enemy sees
Just to be
the
safe.
altar. You control the gate!
Ooh, I wish I had Glyph. I would try to ranged res him, but I don't have it up right now. Okay. The timer that went off was I was supposed to take a medication for the throat thing. Four more weeks of that, and supposedly it'll take care of it.
Your enemy has the temple
Did they get rid of
now.
Lava Font on Downed? There's Downstate Ellie still have a Lava Font. It's just not
Stillness
as strong
has
as
appeared.
it was back when the memes of it happened.
You've captured the altar!
I thought she was gonna fight more. Okay. Alright, so we've got stillness right now. Okay, I was waiting a moment to see if I needed to full cap it, but the thief seemed to be willing to do so.
Your enemy has the gate. You've got the temple!
Oh my god, that hurt. Wow, I used both my stun breaks there back to back, but it still got popped. That was a lot of damage. May I ask if you could recommend one build for all PvE content? Raids, Fractal, CM's open world? What do you want to play? Like, do you want to be a support and heal people? Do you want to do damage but also be kind of useful and like supply buffs around you? Or do you just want to unga bunga DPS? Like, what's your jam? Like, my favorite all-purpose builds for what we're talking about is quickness providing... Sorry. Quickness providing Untamed. What? Oh, shoot! There's a Necro here, too. And... Oh, my stealth got interrupted also. Oh, man.
Your enemy has the temple now.
That Reaper really babysitting that Soul Beast. Wasn't enough, though.
Tranquility has appeared.
You have all 3 points. Hold them at all costs.
Ah, he just respawned. She casted gun. Dead by the core necro. Yeah, who was complaining about core builds in chat just like a few minutes ago? I feel like the Soul Beast probably duo queued with the core necro, and she's like babysitting him and doing a really good job of it.
Your team is victorious.
Slash map GG. Fun game. The score looks pretty one-sided, but there were some fun fights in that one. PvP is where core builds shine. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. For the most part. Now, granted, like, you could kill, I would say 99% of the raid and strike bosses in the game with like a full, team of core builds. You could absolutely do that. But in general, it's like Warrior does damage, Berserker does more damage. Ranger does damage, Soul Beast does more damage. In general, elite specs are better. And in some cases, they offer ways to play that core just does not. Like, heal Ranger, Druid does that really well. Core Ranger doesn't really at all. I'd say one of the only classes that I feel like does a pretty good job of healing their team as core is maybe the Engineer, because their heal kit is insanely powerful. But then, of course, that Engineer would not be providing much boons, because it would be, if it doesn't have Scrapper or Mechanist attached to it. Is Heal Chrono overall go for healer? Heal Chrono's fine. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of good heal options. But yeah, Heal Chrono's fine. Core specs don't provide quickness alacrity. That is correct. They might be able to do a little bit here and there, but they can't keep it going. The quickness and alacrity were added to the game in Heart of Thorns and or Path of Fire. That was before my time. And the core game had very little of that. Can Heal Chrono tank in raids? Heal anything can tank in raids. But yes, Heal Chrono can do it quite well. Chat, if you would give me just a minute. I need a bathroom break. I'll be right back. Okay, thank you for waiting. Let's see. Core specs can do self-quick for some of them. There is a new relic that was added to the game. Is it Pirate Queen? Hang on a sec. Is that what I'm thinking of? Yeah. Gain quickness when you disable a foe. This relic, with like a bit of concentration, and literally any spec in the game, can keep 100% quickness on itself. When someone says a quick build or an alack build, usually they mean in like the whole group. Like a quick firebrand is providing quickness to the whole party. But if you just want to have 100% quickness because by God it feels good in like open world when you're on your own, that relic anyone can. Which relic? Relic of the Pirate Queen. Anytime you CC a foe, even if they're immune to the CC, but as long as the CC hits, you get quickness. And so you just have a few CCs on your bar, space them out, and there you go. Core Monk is 10th class, please. I don't know if they'll ever add another core class. I mean, they could. They've surprised me multiple times, but right now we've got 3 heavy armor, 3 medium armor, and 3 light armor classes. And if they add a new core class, they immediately have to come up with 4 elite specs for it. I don't know if they're going to do that again. Have they ever added one? Revenant. Revenant is the only core class in the game that was not in the game at the launch. It was added in Heart of Thorns. I saw the white hair. I thought that was like a Lord Hyzen cosplay for a second, and I was like, wait, that's a lady. I'm fine with any of those. How have you found the latest X-Pac Muck? I was surprised when I didn't vibe with it. Overall, it's fine. Like, pros and cons, right? Like, the new homestead, it's kind of cool. The new elite specs, nice. They mix up every single game mode. That's always nice. The new story, I was quite happy with. I hope that they can maintain that level of story writing quality going into the next chunk of the story. But at the same time, like if, for example, I'm a ranger main. I dabble in other classes. I usually come back to my ranger though. The ranger's home. I don't like Gale Shot. So I kind of feel like, you know, just because of my own likes and dislikes that I didn't get anything new this expansion. But at the same time, again, PvP and World v World and fractals and stuff, group compositions are all kind of refreshed, you know, and it's like refreshing again is what I mean to say, because of all the new classes to group and party with and fight. I have a question about what's the best gathering tool that has a speedy animation but without or minimal sound effects. That's oddly specific. Like, for example, the Fused Molten Sickle has a very, very rapid harvesting animation, but a moment after you do it, like a phoenix flies by, and you hear, like, a call. By the way, I heard someone call a phoenix a Molotov cockatiel today. That's gonna stick with me. The fastest logging and mining tools are not much faster than not having them at all. So you can almost use anything for logging and mining. It doesn't make a noticeable difference, but the Fused Molten Sickle or the Consortium Scythe, those ones are really, really, like they are more than twice as fast as normal.
Hold on to your points, seize theirs.
Alright, so I volunteered to come over here. Look at all those lovely boons. Someone on our team is sharing. Is Consortium quiet? I don't have that one. I know that it has the fast harvesting anomaly, but I don't have it. What the heck? Okay, major lag there. Get out of there. Oh my god. That was either lag or I got immobilized for like a second and I didn't realize it. Because like I tried to leap toward the guy and stab him, and then the leap just like went in place and then stabbed the air. Stop being invulnerable. My mom says it's my turn to play Guild Wars.
I am readying my arena. Come, mortals, and contend for my favor.
Oh no.
You've secured.
I saw he was about to rally.
You've taken the market.
He's getting stealth res. Wake up, teammates.
Prove your worth and gain my favor.
I didn't think he'd follow me in here. Ranger privilege.
The plaza is yours.
He forgot about Mr. Krabs. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna put a target marker on them.
I am readying my arena. Come, mortals, and contend for my favor. You've yielded the pier.
This isn't a astroglyph, this is just a normal one for stability, so I could try to revive him. I didn't have astroform off cooldown.
My arena awaits. Prove your worth and gain my favor.
Immobilized him, which is plenty for my team to run him over. I'm gonna move away before I drop Astral because I don't want to stealth the teammate.
You've taken the market.
Oh, okay.
You've secured the pier.
He interrupted my heal. I think I've got him though. I don't have an interrupt right now. My pet is finishing off the other guy. Oh my god, ow. No! What? They have two mesmers? They have two mesmers. Oh man. I got shatter comboed for like 90% of my health. I was not expecting that because I just killed that mesmer. I didn't realize they had two.
Come, mortals, and contend for my
I think that's my first death this match. Yeah, it is. Okay, they got that. Which Ellie elite spec is less masochistic when only have Weaver unlocked? Tempest, I would say, like, okay, if I were an Ellie main, I would play Tempest. Tempest is less carpal tunnel by a noticeable margin than Weaver or Catalyst is. So it's a, in my opinion, a more forgiving build to play.
You've taken the market.
Popped the amalgam. That right there is my favorite kind of fight. I went in, my teammate was down, revived them down to the enemy. It was a beautiful thing.
You've secured the pier.
They're gonna respawn and come down this alley.
The plaza is lost.
Okay.
You've taken the market.
He is fighting for his life against Boogie or Woogie. It's Woogie. I was like, which of my devourers is out right now? It's your fault, chat. You named it. Dude, Woogie just bullied that amalgam. I bet he wasn't cutting loose, because he's like, I don't want to blow up my cooldowns on a pet. And then he got bullied. There's a Mesmer here. I'm taking a ton of damage. Like, the amalgam hurts too, don't get me wrong, but I was doing fine versus him.
My arena awaits. Prove your worth and gain my favor. The plaza is yours. You've yielded the pier. The red team rises in my estimation. You've taken the market.
Pain. Did he see that I went over his head? I don't think he noticed.
I am readying my arena. Come, mortals, and contend for my favor.
Slash map
Your team is
GG.
victorious.
Again, the score looks like that was a stomp, but some of those fights were pretty close. Monk, are you planning on an update or making a new guide for quick DPS scrapper? A decent amount has changed since the video you made. That is the trouble with all videos. I mean, I would have to relearn it. Like, one of the big things I know changed since I did my last review of Quick Scrapper was that, I think whirl finishers now count toward quickness. Because at the time that I did that video, it was only leap and blast finishers. So keeping up quickness, was a tiny bit more of a chore than it is now, I believe. How do you target other players efficiently in PvP? I mostly use tab. Tab, most of the time, will target the nearest thing that you're facing. So, like, if I'm here and I hit tab, I believe it'll target that, then that, then that. Oh, it doesn't work on golems. Never mind. Anyway, if I want to target that, I would just be like tab, and it would just a bing bing. I click sometimes, especially if there's like a mesmer. Like I'm like, that's the real one, but he's in the middle of his clones. It's faster to click than hit tab. But usually I hit tab. Sometimes I click. Just watch your video on why you don't play warrior. It's pretty funny. Dude, hold on. Let me, on that topic, let me open something up. Do this and go to shorts. Okay. All right. My YouTube shorts. I have hundreds and hundreds of YouTube shorts, okay? If we sort by views, the highest one is a tip for new players. And then me making fun of Revenants. Me making fun of Elementalists. Me saying this is why I hate Elementalists. So 3 of my top 5 most viewed shorts are me ranting. And I hate that, because out of hundreds of shorts, I'm ranting in like 3 of them. But all 3 of them have been so upvoted by the algorithm that now there's like this huge group of people that see me and they're like, oh, that's the guy that whines. Like, yeah, I just cry all the time. I have a very love-hate relationship. You need to rant more? Dude, clearly, because that's all you guys click on. That's clearly it. Muck, I'm currently in a heated debate with a few mates, and I would like your input. What's your favorite part of the groan tube? Is it the ooh-ah or the ow? Are you serious? I'm gonna go into the ow camp. I'm gonna put my vote there. You need a short of Ellie's misforming Ada revives. I mean, I kind of do have one. I thought you were the guy who made funny noises in Heisen's videos. That too. Dude, it's crazy because this one was not even that long ago. This was me ranting about, like, Ellie's misforming out of stuff. Hold on, where's the, take my money. I would do it. I would love to see my tiny Asura, like, throttling some char. I told you not to step in the fire! What did you do? I stood in the fire. You stood in the fire! Then what did you do? I misformed out of your res. You misformed out of the res! And then, like, I'll stop resing him at 99%, and I'll be like, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Like, every freaking time. I hate Elementalist, by the way. Yeah, so I've got that. By the way, it happened today. It happened in one of my matches earlier. And I was like, you know what? You went around the corner at least, so I was able to revive you, so acceptable this time. Praise Noxxi for animating it. Yes. Much praise was given. You know, one of the, actually, you know what? I should not queue for another match. Hold on a sec. One of the things about this that I did not notice until someone pointed it out in the comment section, she lopped off one of the fingers of this hand, so the hand had 4 fingers, because Asuras have 4 fingers. I didn't even see that. Misformed out of the race! I didn't even see that until it was pointed out in a comment under the video. Like, after I reviewed the video, gave it the okay, made it live, then someone else pointed that out. Best part of the short was your dad seeing it? Oh, yeah. Yeah. My old man. Dude, he freaking, he texted me, basically, and he's
Guys,
like,
look at me, I'm so
hey,
perfect.
we just, we got suggested this video. We're laughing until I was, like, crying. But what the hell is this? And I was like, I don't want to explain all the intricacies of why Elementalists are a pain to deal with as a healer in Guild Wars 2, so I just said, you're welcome. He doesn't need to know all that. I didn't queue for another match because I think I'm going to be eating lunch here in a couple minutes, so let's find something else to do that's less serious. Let's see what we got. I haven't done Karka Queen in ages. I don't know if anybody still does that. Let's check. Where'd you get the name? The name Mukluk? If you do exclamation my name, all one word in the chat, it will pull up the video of that. I turned it into a video because I get asked that a lot. I have joined a squad with one guy. Is this one guy fought? No, he's moving too fast. Is he doing a race or something? Oh, no, it's called Late Karka. Okay. So the question is, where is the Late Karka?
Excuse me, I need to speak to you.
HTCM is less serious, do that. What's for meal today? I don't know yet. Whatever my wife throws at me. Does the new Leggy ring need 5k Karka shells? Wouldn't that be something? Just take some obscure old world material, jack the price up. Not that I know of. When will you do a short where all you do is yell Regions of Tyria? I already have a video guide for Regions of Tyria. I just promote that. By the way, did any of you see the video I put up yesterday on GW2.homes with Radish? I am very happy that that video had a warm reception, but Radish contacted me and he was like, ever since your video went up, the site bandwidth capped out. It's higher than it's ever been before. And I had to get a new plan to allow for more traffic. And I was like, you're welcome. Trying to spotlight on his work, broke his website. Yeah, Muck doxed. He got Muck doxed.
Typical.
All the revive XP. Karka Queen. Oh lord, she coming! Also, dude, why is it like flashing so many colors? This thing is gonna give me a seizure. Does it normally do this? Maybe I suppressed this memory. The Karka Disco Queen. Youngest queen that you'll ever see. Ooh. Tossing a spirit of nature behind me to res all those people. Just finished Warbringer. Thank you for the YouTube guide. Yo, that's awesome. I love hearing that a guide I made ages ago is still helping folks. All the carcass shells. Nom 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 nom. Crab for dinner. Mug probably doesn't have Warbringer himself. It's true. Warbringer, I think, was the very first time I made a guide on how to get something that I didn't even have. Because the Leggy backpack, I already had it ad infinitum. So when I did the guides for Warbringer and the PvP one I can never remember the name of, I just stood next to other people that had it. hang on. I'm gonna show you something. Show you some creative camera work here. Where are those backpacks at? Alright, so look. Clearly not me. I am not a salad. This is a PvP merchant inside of the lobby. And here is the Char NPC wearing Warbringer, and I'm waving behind him. So I made guides that was basically me breaking down the instructions on the wiki for people who are just really new. But I didn't even have the item. I did get Orax. That was a costly thing, but I wanted to record the whole process. But yeah, these two I don't have. These two I do have. Hi. I was about to queue for another PvP match, and I was like, chat, I should not queue for another match, because I think lunch is going soon. Thank you. Alright. Chat, I was brought nuggets and tots. Oh my gosh, I just got permission. Chat! I have news for you guys. Alright, so, something cool this way comes. Alright. On Friday, as you guys may or may already know, ArenaNet is doing a live stream where they are revealing all the new juicy information and the ins and outs of fashion templates. And I know when you think fashion, you think Mukluk, and I don't blame you. For some reason, they've invited me to co-host it. And I was like, sure. So on Friday, I will be the person on the Guild Wars 2 channel, along with someone I've never met named Steph at ArenaNet, and we're going to show you guys the fashion templates and everything. I was thinking of dressing up in like a suit from the waist up so I look like Roy. Be like, hey everyone, Mukluk, and I'm here because Roy is on thin ice. They probably won't let me say that though. But yeah, so no morning stream on Friday because I will be on the Guild Wars 2 channel getting ready for this. But I will be live on both channels once we get started. Wear the maid outfit. So you won't be seeing my screen. Like, you'll see my camera and their screen at ArenaNet HQ while they show you the templates. Did you test them? I don't have access to them. I'm there for my charisma, wit, and charm. That's it. I've got a list of all the features. I have super secret intel, y'all don't know it. I have a list of all the features, and I'm basically going to be talking about them and presenting them, and Steph is going to be showing them on screen. You don't fashion? Yes. I mean, my template is going to be wizard hats everywhere. Oh my god, are you kidding me? I bit into the first nugget, and chicken juice squirted out of it and burned my arm. Ow. The chicken bit back. Why would they invite you? I'm not sure. I definitely think I would have been a better fit for one of the other things, but you know what? Clearly, they were like, we need someone who's fashionable, and they're like, wizard hat. The dinosaur's long way to revenge? I know. You shouldn't be eating nuggets right now, fried food. I mean, it's one serving. It's one serving. Laura was busy. Ouch. They weren't sure if Laura would be awake. Maybe they'll have Laura do some video on homesteads or something. I'm not sure. Had one funny interaction with them because I was like, who am I going to be co-hosting this with? And they're like, Steph. And I'm like, I know 2 Stephs at ArenaNet. Can I ask which one? And they're like, woo. And I'm like, oh God, you have 3. And they're like, what do you mean 3? And I'm like, you have Stephanie Lopresti, you have Stephanie Burgett, now you got a Steph Wu. And they're like, oh God, I never realized I had 3. And they're like, well, no, Steph's full name is just Steph. It's not short for anything. I'm like, okay. So that means, chat, when we get there, I want to be like, hello everyone, welcome to the ArenaNet Fashion live stream. I am Mukluk Douglas Bartholomew Reginald Esquire IV, and this is Steph. We'll work on that. Do you think she'd be insulted? Because the goal is to be funny. I think if I was really leaning into dressing like Roy, I need like a muscle shirt. A muscle shirt and then a suit over it and then shake my head. Where's something interesting going on? Should have asked Heisen. Heisen, I mean, Heisen, similar to me, has the same outfit on all those characters. Muck, you always wear the same thing. To be fair, though, I have a lot of copycats. There's a lot of characters running around that are clones of me. One of them has a very bad reputation. So, I would argue to say that my fashion is so good, I have copycats. Not many people can say that. Wear the Bleach Japan shirt that day? No. No, let's not show up with that. Imagine I have it under like a buttoned-up sports coat, and then like while on camera, I unbutton the coat and reveal it. Yeah, how to never get invited back by Charmon. Just looking for something to do while I eat. What about the chain armor hoodie? I could. I feel like more people recognize me when I wear a black shirt, though, just because I do it so much. Wear the eye patch at least. Nope, no, I'm doing this one. Not now, anyway. I could clean out my Eternal Ice, though. Boop. All gone. Om nom 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 nom. Add that to the volatile magic pile. Let's see. Monk, why are you wearing an eye patch? I opened Notepad. Is that Friday or on release date? That's this Friday. That's this Friday in 3 days. Instead of the morning stream, because I don't want to blow my voice out before this. A bit later in the afternoon, I'm going to be going live here and on the Guild Wars 2 page. And I'm going to be co-hosting the fashion showcase livestream. The biggest change to the wardrobe in the history of this game, actually. 13 years. Let's see. Let's check a map that doesn't operate on a timer. Let's check this. What is a fashion template? So Birdtree, you know how you've got like your different equipment templates, right? Let's say you make a new one and you want it to look just like the others, right? So like, okay. here's my main thing, and I'm gonna hit copy, and I'm gonna go to this one, and I'm gonna hit paste. You see the colors are different? Like the dyes get all messed up, like things get changed. It copied the equipment, but it messes like with the dyes and things like that. Fashion templates, you could just set up like, I want this to be how I look no matter what equipment I'm wearing. And it will just cover your equipment no matter what.
Don't let the creature get away! Up the tree, quickly!
I didn't even realize I was on a map that was actually going. I would have tried to get to the fight in time. Buck even bigger than the transmutation charge change? Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, well, one, they're marketing it this way, but I think it's true that this is the biggest change to, like, fashion stuff that's ever hit the game. That was a quick meta? That was a quick meta. Am I at the right waypoint for the mushroom? Yeah, the tag's here. I think I am.
I wonder if the spirits will hear me out here.
Oh, there he is. I will say, when when I got invited, the very first thing that I wanted to ask was how are they going to do monetization? And I will tell you, they do answer that. They do answer that. Wow, look how patient everyone's being. Waiting on more people to get here so they can get their hits in. Kind of impressed. Yeah. Like, honestly, now I'm like, oh man, I hope I get to the next one in time. For such a big feature, I'm wondering if they'll open up free transmogs for all. Otherwise, you'd have to use transmutation charges every time you switch templates, unless you had Legis. I can't tell you the features yet, but I will tell you, I think you'll be happy with how they did it. So, try not to get angry about any assumptions until you see what they did. I have legit never seen people kill a treasure mushroom this patiently before. I've got my cat hitting it right now. Why is patient good? So everyone who hits the mushroom has a chance to get like a 2,000 gold item. So by hitting it with very light amounts of damage, you give more people time to get there and hit it. So more, you know, the longer the fight drags on, more people get to get there and tap it and have a shot at that loot. That's the whole thing. If you kill it quickly, only the first like 5 people will get the stuff. Ah, that one died right as I got there. Not cool. The amount of money gamers are willing to pay for a fee. Yeah, yeah. The big ticket item is called invisible boots or invisible shoes, and it hides your foot slot item, so your character looks like they're barefoot when they're not, and it sells for like thousands of gold for some reason. Mike, I just crafted Primordius Hammer for my Ingi. Any suggestions on next legendary? Was thinking Klob Jarny and maybe Obsidian Armor. IMO Klob Jarny, or Klobjorn, is one of the easiest legendaries in the game to make. It's basically just play Janthier stuff. Like, there's no legendary I've made more than one of, other than Klobjorn. I made 4. Because it was just so easy. And I sold some and I gave some away.
Just glad to have survived the crash.
Okay, that's it for that lane. I assume you need 2 Leggy Spears if you want to use a spear both above and underwater. Yes. Yeah, you would. However, if once you have 1 Leggy Spear, if you have a second spear that's like an Ascended Spear or an Exotic Spear, you can transmog it, or transmute it to look like the Leggy you already have, so it looks like you have 2 of them. But yeah, if you want to have 2 on your build template at the same time, you would need to own 2. Leggy's on a budget, yep. Good ways to get the Leggy Kit from the vault, the first gen spears and the regularly. That's an option also, yes. I think Klobjorn fully building it is, in my opinion, Klobjorn fully building it is easier as far as effort than making a Gen 1 spear with the, like, even with the starter kit. Because you still have to get Gift of Exploration and Gift of Battle. But if you already have those, then that's a non-issue. Okay. Finished my lunch. What are you doing now? This map just finished killing the Mouth of Mordramoth, so there's a bunch of loot, and just running around and picking it up. What's the easiest sword legendary to craft? Either Gen 1 or Gen 3. There's not really a special sword outside of the generations, like there is a spear. So I'd say either the Gen 1 or the Gen 3 one, but Gen 2 is typically more involved. And of course, if you're going for Gen 1 or Gen 3, you can just farm gold doing something that you enjoy and then just buy it from the trading post. Just because Gen 1 and Gen 3s are tradable. Josh, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate you. Is it playing alerts? Has it played any alerts? Hang on. I'm going to replay an old alert. Okay, that worked.
34 month and my neighbor got damaged.
Okay. I guess I just missed it. I don't know what's going on. Oh yeah! Not seen any alerts this morning. Well, the test one just worked, so I don't know. I do not know. Cheers for the snails that gave you trouble last night. Yeah. We beat him in the end. Oh my god, dude. The volcanic map on Riftbreaker, though. It is such a freaking chore. Such a pain. Okay. Oh my god, I'm still in that weird template. No, to go back. I don't even know what the stats are on that gear. Been working on Shining Blade, the Gen 2 sword, and cutting down so many trees and mining so many rocks. Yeah, a handful of the Gen 2s have like a story and a quest line, and then a handful of the Gen 2s is like, go bring me 5,000 wood and 5,000 ore. It's like, just go cut down a forest and mine a mountain. It's like, okay. Garant. Could do that. Chuka and Champawat was a fun one. Chuka and Champawat was fun, but it was also like, what? Because the whole thing is like, you kill 2 tigers. You hunt them all over the world, and you finally take them down. And then you find out that they have kids, and you feel bad. So you take care of their kids. And then the spirits of Chuka and Champawat are like, good job killing our kid. Sorry, good job killing us and saving our kids. And then they infuse their bow with their spirits to make it more powerful. It's like, what? I should still have, hold on. Is it Portal Tongue? At the locations. Tiger Den, here we go. Yeah, I still have them. Hey, let me show you where we left the kids, too. You guys are gonna love this. Alright. So here they are. They're thrilled to see me, the murderer of their parents. And you even make them a cat tower here. This is where you leave them to grow up. You can also wear them like a backpack. You'll be fine here on this cliff, yep. You're able to bring 30 cats to your home instance, but you leave them on a cliff. That's how the story goes. They have 8 more lives, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah, you got more than one, you're fine. You can't fly? I can fly. Well, not now, I'm in combat. But yeah, I have a flying mount. There we go. Mark, I started playing Mirage. What does doing the collection for Bifrost do from the legendary vendor? The collection, because like you could just go buy a Bifrost, right? But the collection is mainly there to help you have a shopping list, right? For people who don't use the wiki, who don't use any resources outside the game, and they don't know what to do, the legendary collections are basically a shopping list to kind of guide you through the process. That's all it is. Like, you can make a legendary without completing the collections. They're just there to help guide you. Imagining every time a cat dies, the death comes visit, they just hand them a stamp card. I got here in the middle of you talking about Friday, what's going on? On Friday, at, I think it's either noon or 1 p.m. Pacific time. They are, I'll have to double check, of course, but they are doing a live stream on the Guild Wars 2 channel where they are showing off how fashion templates are going to work. That is going to be the largest overhaul to the fashion system that Guild Wars 2 has ever had in its history. And I am co-hosting it. So I'm going to be on my channel and also on their channel and like fielding questions from the audience and basically trying to keep things interesting while I am joined by Steph Wu, who is going to be the person on the server that has the next, the next build of the game that is going to be showing you guys the templates while I'm talking. Are you skipping the morning? Yes, I will be skipping the morning stream on Friday just to make sure that my voice is full strength for that. Why not Lorenity? Why not Teapot? I have no idea. Maybe she was busy. Maybe I'm the second pick. I have no idea. They just asked me if I'd like to do it, and I said sure, I'd be honored. But yeah, they're basically this whole like this wardrobe tab and like the way transmutation charges and all that work, that's completely getting changed. And I can't tell you guys the info yet until Friday, but I think most people are going to be happy with it. I think that they did it in a pretty good way. Picking Muck to talk about fashion is a choice. Thistle, to be fair, I have a lot of copycats running around, which I think means that I've won the fashion game. How many copycats do you have? Mug's voice is sounding a lot better this week. I'm hoping the meds are helping with the pain too. I occasionally take ibuprofen. That's basically what they told me. They're like, all right, over the next 4 weeks, this will help repair your throat. And I was like, what do I do for the next 4 weeks? I gotta work. And they're like, ibuprofen or Tums. It's like, oh god. Okay. Right now I'm okay. Like, I've kind of gotten used to just pushing through the pain. It's kind of like it's low grade right now, right? It's like a 1 out of 10 on the pain scale. It's just freaking every time I talk. So I'm just kind of pushing through it right now and hoping it gets better. Handy Hug, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate you. I don't know what's going on with the alerts, but I appreciate that. Are alerts muted? No, I even did a... Like... Hold on a second. Here's one from yesterday.
Can I get a blood moon, please?
So, alerts are working. Well, I mean, at least according to Stream Elements. So, I can only assume that the alerts are not making it from Twitch to Stream Elements? I'm not sure. Hold on, let me try replaying the Hanny alert, the one that just subbed. What? Now it's... Okay, it'll replay it? That's... I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So when someone does something, it's not playing it, but if I hit replay, it works. I've never seen that. Anyway, yeah, that's the plan Friday. So no morning stream Friday, but at whatever time they give us, and I'll ping the Discord, I will be going live here and also over there, and co-hosting that. That is the plan. Also, tonight, I'm looking forward to being able to finally unveil another thing. An embargo is getting lifted today. So tonight, I can show you guys a trailer for the game that I have an opportunity to audition to voice act in. So tonight I'll show you guys which game it is that I've been auditioning for, and I can show you the trailer for it. Testing. Yeah, Windshark. I don't know what's going on, man. Hold on. I'll replay it and see if it does it now. Hopper. There it is. I do not know. I have never seen this. In 7 years streaming, I've never seen alerts not work, but then they work when replayed. Don't know what's happening. Have you voice acted in it or no? I have not been picked for any roles yet. But there is... Like, they have picked almost no one so far. Like, let's say that there's like 50 roles to voice act in the game. They've picked like less than 5. So... Will I end up in it? I have no idea. But it's been a really fun experience. And so I'm looking forward to sharing it with you guys. Is that why your throat's messed up? No. The last time they had us send in audition takes was like December 15th, which my voice was just starting to have problems then. And we haven't done any new takes or any new auditions since then. So the whole time my voice has been completely shot. I've been on break from the voice acting stuff, so it hasn't affected that. You're saying there's a chance? Yeah, there's a chance. But it's been really cool too, because like some very, very famous voice actors have been basically coaching us and giving us feedback. And so it's been a really cool experience. But I still have to keep anything that happened on that Discord under wraps, but I can show you the game. Been on break from voice acting, not from using his voice. He graces us with those dulcet tones of his. It's been interesting. Oh, I'm the only person in the squad. What the heck? They left me. They left me. Oh my goodness gracious. Will we get a blog post about the new fashion templates? I haven't been told about that, but I'm sure they will. Anytime they do, oh, they're at the wall, nice. Anytime they do a live stream where they talk about like future stuff, there's usually a blog post. But whether there is or isn't, you know, I'll be there, so it'll be really easy for me to make a news video on it. Just record myself talking about myself. Make sure you put on your celestial dye for peak fashion that day. My character is not going to be on camera. It's just like Where was the last thing when, like, Roy and them did a thing? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Where was the... Oh, here we go. Okay, so to give you an example here, this was the live stream with like Roy and them. Okay, so let's say the live stream might look something like this, right? There will be a camera. I like how the face of that. There will be a camera on the screen with me and a camera on the screen with Steph. Now Steph is at ArenaNet. And Steph is like, her game is going to be on screen, and her game is on the future build. So she'll be able to show us all the new stuff in game while, you know, she and I are taking turns talking. But I'm supposed to, I'm the opening act. I'm the guy that beats up before I'm the guy that gets beat up before the good boxing match starts. Where's Celestial Die IRL? Oh yeah, I'll just pour that over my head. When is that? Friday. It is on Friday. Do I have a timestamp for you? Hang on a sec. $12 p.m. Pacific time. Is that 3 p.m. my time? I think that's 3 p.m. Eastern. So noon Pacific time is when it starts. Like, it'll start a little earlier than that with like the, you know, starting soon music playing. Yeah. They haven't announced the stream yet though. Well, they gave me permission to announce that I would be on it earlier. So I am exercising that permission. Mark broke NDA. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I said, let's see. I am live in the Guild Wars 2 category. I wanted to know if I could promote it today or not. And they said for the live stream on Friday, you totally can. Boom. My job is safe. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna tell you guys about fashion. You know, if I really want to lean into the replacing Roy thing, I gotta say awesome after every sentence. Have you guys noticed he does that? They're like, and this is the new Raid Wing. That's awesome. Yeah, the artist did a really good job. Yeah, they did an awesome job. Awesome. 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 Amazing. Will there be drops with the live stream? I've not heard anything about that, nor have I seen any announcements of that. Usually when there's a new content patch, there's drops. Next content patch is like in a week. So I would guess that there's a possibility of them in like a week, but I haven't seen anything official on that. Muck new unpaid ANET community manager. I'm skipping a stream to do this. So if anything, I'm losing money doing it. So that's like worse than an intern. It's okay though. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm just a small-time streamer. I'll get my name out there. Drops exist. Muck's voice. Oh no. Yeah. At least someone will have good sound. We'll see. Because, like, for example, anytime that I join someone else and, like, I'm talking to them through, like, Discord or something, like, sometimes I sound like a tin can on the other end. Like, when I did the thing with Nagura, the collab with Nagura, and then I watched Nagura's video on it, I sounded so much worse on her video than I did on mine. So, hopefully I sound normal. Is everyone gonna wear a wizard hat? I could wear my wizard hat. Let me get this straight. The man who has rocked the same fashion with very few changes for 5 years is hosting a fashion stream? Yes. Co-hosting. There's 2 people. But, again, Nog, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I got a lot of copycats. So, I think by rocking the same fashion, I think I've won Fashion Wars. Like, I beat it. I beat Fashion Wars. They're gonna give me a trophy, and it says you beat Fashion Wars. He's a trendsetter. That's right. Hey, Muck, love your content. You made me want to try out Druid healing and PvE. I'm so sorry, or I'm happy to help. Could you give me advice on how to progress big raids? Also, any tips on how to not get annoyed over inventory management? Okay, that's a couple of questions. First off, if you do exclamation bags, there's 2 videos that'll come up. One of them is on inventory management. That would be my answer to your last question. Advice on progressing in big raids? Well, this coming Tuesday, a week from today, they are adding a group finder for raids and strikes, which will make that a bit easier. So if you are a healing druid and you're enjoying playing that, then your main job is keeping the group alive, keeping boons on them, keeping them healed, and curing them of conditions, and then if there's time left over, doing some damage. If you're going into raids as, you know, exclamation raiding, I've got guides on how to get started in raiding, and I also have guides for all of the raid bosses in the game. So you could just have that page open, and then as you approach any boss, you can pull that up and take a look. Muck doesn't practice what he preaches. I bet I have more clean slots than you do. Calling you out, Matt. Oh, Wizard Portal. Or Wizard Portal? Wizard? What game? EverQuest? Mesmer Portal. Ban wizards. What a flex. He deserved it.
Study the jungle and survive.
True endgame is bags. That's right. Quick on the scroll there. Oh no, I got some stuff in here, but I'm saying I bet I got more clean slots than you. That's what I said. I phrased that very carefully. My back slots are bigger than yours. Yo, I didn't start this. I'm just trying to finish it. Don't coming at me because I defended myself. Ban his Garin, too OP, too many arms. Imagine his inventory. He has like 6 weapon slots, and you're just like, oh no. Let's see. When will they have drops? There's not been any mention of drops, but I am speculating that next week they might. Because recent history, anytime they've had a big content drop, they had drops with the content drop. And next Tuesday is a content drop. I'm not going to have time for that. Fire Rally. Fire Rally starts before. What are your thoughts on the new playable character coming to Slormancer? I had no idea Slormancer was... I haven't played Slormancer since I made a review on it. It was a fun little game, but I haven't revisited it since then. I'm trying to leave combat. There we go. Let's see. Slormancer. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong page. What are they adding? The Whimsical Witch. Cool. Does what does it do? Or did all? I guess all they showed was the sprites. In Slormancer, there's basically like your typical, it was a Trinity. There's like a Dex character, a Strength character, and an Int character. So I'm curious what the Whimsical Witch is going to be. Are you playing the new Terraria update that dropped today? I've enjoyed Terraria. I'm not like a diehard Terraria fan, so I don't know. I would say like not in the next few days or anything. What did they add? bigger and bolder. It's like lightsabers. Eight brand new boss tracks. Well, oh, the music? Is that what it's talking about? Dude, the thing I disliked the most about Terraria was setting up the arenas. Like, making the boss arenas took so freaking long. Oh, he turned into like an animal or something. That's new. Shapeshifting? Okay, I was able to spot like one new thing in a minute 20 trailer. Should play more Hammerwatch too. Also found out Hammerwatch has specializations for the classes. When they hit level 10, Ranger gets a pet at 10. Yeah, I would be game to do that at some point. That's very much a multiplayer game though. I would have to get some more people. And the worst part about other people is making sure that they show up on time. Yeah, Hammerwatch 2. Dude, Hammerwatch 2, Fellowship, those are both multiplayer games I did sponsored streams of that I would be happy to play more of if given the opportunity. What do I do with piles of ascended hot materials from the map chests, like airship oil, auric dust, leyline sparks? I have so many of them and they're account bound. I would wiki them and see if there's anything you could use them for that would be useful, and if not, just keep some in your mat storage and destroy the remainder. But again, I would wiki first to see if there's anything you could do to turn them into money. Do you think they will ever add Monk to Guild Wars 2? Guardian was kind of a mixture of Monk and Writ and a few other things. Now, we did eventually get Writ on its own, but it's very much not Guild Wars 1 Writ. The thing is if they add Monk as a playable core class, they have to immediately make 4 elite specializations for it. I don't think they're going to do that. We've got 3 heavy, 3 medium, and 3 light armor classes right now. I don't think they're going to make any more core classes. They might, but I would be surprised if they do. Willbender is the closest to Monk. Okay. I'm always on time, but also don't want to progress too much farther without my one friend, so I gotta play more with them. So you're like, Muck, you should play this multiplayer game, and I'm like, I need people that are on time. You're like, I'm always on time, and then you followed it with, but I won't play with you. Thanks, Charma. Will you be jumping into WoW's Midnight in about a month? Probably not. I have not been following retail WoW at all. I don't know what's going on over there. So since I quit doing like hardcore WoW stuff and I started doing like Guild Wars 2, I have never really been tempted to reinstall WoW again, except for the OnlyFans thing. Like playing WoW hardcore and just doing the best I can until I die and then my character is deleted. That actually sounded kind of exciting. But playing like the new retail stuff, hasn't really drawn me in. The last time that they released like a trailer or something that made me reinstall because I thought it looked so cool was Battle for Azeroth. And I haven't played since then. And even then, I just played it right at the launch for a little bit. Dervish would be something, but again, it's a medium armor class with 2-hand scythes channeling the gods. Yep. It's almost time. I think it's cool that they're trying to remove add-ons from the game. What are you talking about? You just drop a line clearly trying to, like, antagonize. What are you talking about? WoW retail since update. Okay. I apologize. I thought you were trying to start some kind of, like, angsty Guild Wars 2 conversation with that. Okay. They're trying to remove add-ons?
You can do it.
Dude, like, there was so many WoW bosses that I could not imagine. Like, okay, let me give you an example. When I was playing WoW, I've told you guys that we were competing for server first. We only got 2, but, you know, we were tryharding, right? And deadly boss mods. I don't know if it's still in use today, but deadly boss mods was always like, you know, 10 seconds till you need to tank swap, 30 seconds till the boss hits you with a one-hit kill move if you don't pop a cooldown, you know, 10 seconds until phase 3, you know, stuff like that. Deadly boss mods was, like, required for the server first mythic rating. Like, you could not do it without it. There was so many things that happened on a timer that would just mucking kill you if you hadn't already popped a cooldown. Now, I would imagine it's only gotten worse since then, so I don't know how they're going to, like, change it. Like, Guild Wars 2's answer to that is things like, you know, red circles or percentages. Like here. Like, a red circle shows you, if you're here in a moment, it's going to be really bad for you. And then, if you're not there, you can dodge through it. That shockwave didn't even hit me. I didn't get bumped. That's why they removed him. They started making boss battles with it in mind, mandating mods for players and groups. So, are they going to start making bosses going forward, assuming you don't have deadly boss mods, to try to make it to be more gamey and less spreadsheety? I mean, honestly, if that's the case, I approve. But at the same time, I don't think all mods should be removed. Like scrolling combat text, or SCT, that was originally a mod. And then Blizzard was like, so many people have downloaded this, we should just put this in the game. Move Anything was a mod that let you redesign your UI. So many people downloaded it, they just added it in the game as standard. Right? So I do not think they should just shut down all mods, but I do think, based on what you've told me, it sounds like a good thing to try to make fights not require you to have a little thing on your screen giving you instructions the whole time. DPS meter and cooldown tracker now in the game. Other stuff is being removed, so it's not add-on gaming, but actually playing the game. How well that will work, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not saying they'll be successful, right? Because they could definitely try and fail, and that just happens. But based on what you're telling me, I think that's good. I think that sounds like something that's worth pursuing. Like in Guild Wars 2, for example, which of course I know Guild Wars 2 is not competing with WoW in that sense. It's a, you know, very different scope game. But in the raid bosses of Guild Wars 2, the only two I think I need to turn on an add-on for to help me is Doom, because the greens, and Sabbath of Cannons if I'm in charge of one of the cannons. And that's 2 bosses out of, what, 28? Not counting strike bosses. I think all the rest, I don't need an add-on for. I might need to refresh myself. Like, I haven't done... Like I haven't done Kadim the Peerless in a while. If I was going to do Kadim again, I would watch my own old guide on it to refresh myself. But I don't think I would need an add-on during the fight for that. But Doom Greens and Sabbath of Cannons, I think I need the timer. Just because, like, there's a lot going on, and you can't just focus on that one thing, and sometimes it'll sneak up on you and you weren't paying attention. But WoW had like dozens of things like that. There was a lot of stuff going on that you had to keep an eye on. Especially as a tank. Because tanking Lich King, for example. What all did he have? He had, so Lich King would hit the tank, I think it was called like Soul Reap or something. And it hit like a truck. And you had to have a cooldown already popped before he did it. And there was no cast bar like casting Soul Reap. No, it was just like every 30 seconds, you just got clocked. So you needed an add-on to track that. And then usually you would tank swap after that because the first tank had just gotten, his teeth punched in. But stuff like that. And yeah, the more I talk about it, the more I realize, like, that's part of the thing. Is when we see bosses in Guild Wars 2 do a big thing, there's usually a cast bar, right? Or there's a CC bar. And you gotta break it or else the bad thing happens. In WoW, it's just like, after X amount of time, boss just claps you. And you needed a timer for that because it was instant casts, often. Not always, often. I'm proud that my guild was doing Nax 40 without DBM. That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, honestly, Nax 40 is nothing terribly complicated, but getting 40 people to do it is impressive. It's like herding cats. Look, I'm being suggested the short you mentioned earlier about elementalists on YouTube right now. Nice. You know what? I'm going to share something with you guys. YouTube is such a fickle mistress. I want to share something. So, as some of you may know, I have enjoyed, over the last year or two, making game reviews. Sometimes they do really well. Sometimes they don't. Cyberpunk, for whatever reason, is one of the highest viewed videos of my entire channel. And then you've got others. Where's one that did not do well? Tactical Breach Wizards, 3K views. Okay? So sometimes, if it's a game that just no one cares about, it doesn't get a lot of views. That's the way the cookie crumbles. But then sometimes something crazy happens, and you never really know when this is going to happen. Styx, Master of Shadows. Okay? I'm going to show you this. This down here is days. 300, so this is like a year. This is 2 years. Look at that on the end. The reason for that is on Epic, they gave away Styx for free, and a whole swarm of people suddenly Googled, is this game any good? And then they hit this. So over almost 3 years after I made this video, it has suddenly surged ahead of the average viewership of my videos because of that happening. And it's like, you never really know when that's gonna happen. What was the other one? Because, like, there's plenty on here that just, never recouped the cost of, like, what they took to make it. It's Epic's fault. In that case, yeah, Epic did a thing, and I ended up getting a lot of success from it. I'm trying to remember. The V Rising one did really well. Oh, I think it was Children of Morta. Yeah, look at that. So, okay, the shaded area here, chat, is average for my videos. So if you look here, for the first week, it was for the first month, it was doing worse than most videos on my channel. What the fuck? And then it just did this. There's no way I could have predicted this. So it's just, sometimes, like, a video just starts bad and it stays bad. And it never recovers. And sometimes it just does this and I have no idea why. Maybe this is the only review for Children's of Morta that's any good. And maybe I'm just, like, hogging that niche or something. I don't know. But it's just... It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a weird... It's a cool but weird part of the job. That you can make something and think it failed. And then 2 years later, it suddenly surges ahead and becomes successful. And you're just like, what? You're just like, you're looking behind you like, what's going on? Like, and it's just a weird thing about being a YouTuber, man. It just happens sometimes. And, for every one of those that suddenly recovers, there's another 10 that don't, right? But it's something wild, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. The Octopath 2 video also got a lot of views around the time Octopath Traveler 0 came out. Hang on. I can't type. Let's see. Yeah, you're right. Bro, look. So it's like 3 years later. Just this steep cliff. It just like surges ahead. What the hell? That is crazy. That is crazy. Yeah. Oh, again, I mean, $65. Well, I mean, considering all the time that went into making the video, I would say that covers my time. But the ones that do worse than that, because there's a lot of videos that I put a lot of time into that don't do well. And so that's basically like, if you attribute like how much I make per hour, then I definitely lost money on those videos. But, you know, you never know. Sometimes in the future they will surge ahead. Muck, did you see Guild Wars 3 is in development? Someone on Reddit posted a mail he got interviewed for the job. Dude, have you seen the AI video of Will Smith eating spaghetti? I don't trust anything anymore. I will say this. Common sense dictates that if he got interviewed for Guild Wars 3 and then he leaked it, he probably just got fired. Because if they're making it, they've been very hush-hush. And that sounds like breaking an NDA to me. Don't trust Mukluk, could be AI. Yeah. Man, yeah. Let's see. I'm back from attempting to go to work. Too much ICE buses are still running despite saying they are. Wait, what? K-Cab, I see your question, but it's in a language I don't speak. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna do you a favor here. I'm gonna copy this into Google Translate, but then hopefully you can speak English so you can hear my response. Hang on a sec. It says, I'm Brazilian and I have difficulty in PvP because I feel like I don't deal much damage when I'm being destroyed by other players. I play as a warrior and a thief. Any suggestions? I'm not sure why you included that you were Brazilian in that sentence. Like Brazilians are known for being bad in PvP? Okay. Let's see. I'm being destroyed by other players. I mean, without seeing you do PvP, there's a few things it could be. It could be your build. It could be your gameplay. Like, your build might suck, or your build might be great and you're just playing it wrong. I don't know. I play as a warrior and a thief. Warriors can be terrifying. Even core warriors. I got my butt kicked twice today by a core warrior in PvP. It's because our bad ping. If you've got ping, that could certainly be part of it. So I don't really know what to tell you because I don't know what the issue is. What I can offer, let's see. There is a series I did called PV Play-by-Play. And the series basically shows games and slows them down and basically gives a play-by-play analysis on what is going on, what people are doing, and why they're doing it. If you're new to PvP, maybe check that out. You might be able to learn some things from that. But as far as like a specific thing, like buy low, sell high, I can't really give you that because I don't know what you're currently doing. I just comment on Brazilian because I have bad English. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. You have my respect because I only know one language and you know two, so you're doing great. Being Brazilian gives you a debuff. Anytime I hear about a Brazilian gamer, my mind goes to the meme with Mordekaiser going hue 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 hue. That was my first exposure to any sort of Brazil meme, and that was years ago, but it's like, it's carved out a niche in my head. You don't speak Japanese? No. No, I know, Mushimosh. That's it. Alright. Okay, gamers. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you had fun. I need to take off. I got some stuff to do before the evening stream. Couple things on the way out. If you're new here, my name is Muck. I stream every evening and every weekday morning. Tonight, in about 5 hours, is Guild Wars Tuesday evening. We'll be back on the NA servers. We'll have a giveaway. People in NA and EU can both enter the giveaway. And I get to finally announce to you guys the game I'm trying to audition for voice acting for. So I'm really excited to share that as well. Reminder, on Friday, there will not be a morning stream because I am going to be co-hosting the reveal of fashion templates on the official Guild Wars 2 main channel. So I'll be over there on Friday morning. That's it for now. I'll be back this evening. Hit the follow button on Twitch, subscribe to the YouTube, throw your credit card at the screen, sign up for the Patreon. Those are patrons. They're awesome. And with all that, let me find someone to rate. Let me see. Who's live? Who's live? I see Maddie. It is both a blessing and a curse that there are so many people here that I do not know. Oh, I haven't rated Plenix in ages. I'll give Plenix some support. He's alright. He's alright. He's alright. I'll see you guys over there. He's doing World v World. Stay if you want to watch it. Don't stay if you don't. I will be back tonight. See ya.